So,
Oh.
I would like for each and every single one of you all to gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors, the tale, the looming corruption, and that of the mysteries within. For this, my friends, be the infamous tale of secrets in the sands. Previously, our heroes would be found interrogating the likes of the Hanu shaman and Bovi von Bovi. He'd be questioned but eventually healed as he was found to be no threat for now. He'd answer the questions of the survivors of everything that he knew, that astral figures had killed his companions, and upon so, he couldn't remember who they were or anything about them. Upon revealing as well as the surrounding areas, the individuals would gain the beginnings of the first map of Voden, and then would seek their next destination. That next destination, however, would be the floating islands above that exploded and would rejoin once more after a bit of time. While making preparations, however, Kreelan would learn that Bovi was a student of the Drunken Fist and a druid harnessing nature, and he'd be willing to train him and more as long as he'd protect the aging Hanu. Kreelan would begin, and as that would happen, Ilva would also assist in forming defenses while also hiding the likes of the cave from prying eyes. But what was known was that an attack was nearing on our heroes, and that attack was soon. Survivors, listen now. With this trek towards the floating island, will you find things useful in your survival as battle nears? Well, we'll have to find out in session 5 of Soulbound Secrets in the Sands. With that, my friends, let us not waste any more time, and let us begin today's session. Alrighty. That said, let me give you guys, or show you guys the map that you guys are on. Alright, give that 2 seconds to load in. Boop. Hopefully the lighting isn't messed up when I load it in. Nope. But you can't see your tokens. That's fine. Alright.
I can see my tokens.
I can see mine.
Really?
I can never see
Yeah,
it.
I can move them too.
So,
Sails are
hold on.
not smooth.
Oh, now
Oh,
it's
no!
Frick!
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Ah.
There we go. And we're gonna do that just in case. I'm just gonna basically repaste all the tokens just in case. Alright. So, that being said, as you guys all begin to travel the likes of the beaches of the Forbidden Expanse, you do see as it is nighttime from what you can tell, as the last thing that you guys remember was the lights of the sky begin to flicker out before immediately shifting and breaking to the darkened sky above. That said, as you guys are sort of traveling and whatnot, what do you four, Kreelan, Ilva, Sirius, and Zale, what do you all do?
Oh shit, it is nighttime.
Also, I'm gonna be rolling a bunch of like dice off to the side to fix the overlay, so you can ignore it. It's just gonna be random, like
Yeah.
it's literally gonna be one of every dice.
You got a 1 on a G100. How do you feel?
I'm just that good, baby. Alright. That said, you guys look about and you see as the moon begins to sort of shine amongst that of the ocean from afar. You look around and you see as there are several bits of crates and other trees about, bits of greenery as well not too far from here, leading outwards. But you also see as there are several sort of skeletons not too far from here, sort of surrounded by crates. But just before that sort of area, you do see another individual. They seem to be massive in size, and they seem to have a bit of their kind of robe kind of rolled up where the feet would be. And they seem to be sort of kicking bits of the sand out and about, dressed completely in black with a plague doctor's mask. You see, off to the side, enjoying their little beach night, this individual. Alright.
It's the boy.
That said, Animus, you've received inspiration point from chat, and Zale, you've received a health potion from chat.
Thank you, chat.
And Nafiba, you have also received an inspiration point from chat.
Thank you, chat, for the
you.
potion. Thank you. Akilai Jane, Akilai Jane.
I can lie, I can lie, I can lie.
That said, map is yours. You're free to explore.
So is he like kicking sand like a toddler? Like
Yeah, he's like literally kicking sand like a toddler. Like, no joke.
all right, I'm just gonna put a little sand in my little pocket here as I'm moving up towards him.
Alright, easy enough. As you get about this close, Ilva, you do see as he seems to be blocking him because he's just such a massive figure. But you look over off to the side and you see a familiar individual, and it seems to be they are buried in the sand right beside them, the head just barely sticking out. And you look over and you see this individual. As this happens, you see as the keeper just snaps their fingers, and Nafiba, you begin to come back into consciousness, and you look down, and how the fuck did you get here, and why are you buried alive, and why is it nighttime, and what's going on?
What the fuck?
Appropriate.
What did you do to piss off the keeper?
Keeper?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's called the keeper.
I just look at him.
I'm gonna
Tips
look
his
at him
hat.
too. What did she do?
Just shrugs.
Shrugs.
Immediately, Sirius comes over and starts digging Nafiba out.
Can you move your token to let us know where you're going?
I guess. Yeah. Oh boy.
I move it with my mind.
Kind of just have to walk around the keeper.
Kralen's gonna just fly up the best he can. I think I'm still weighted and struggling, but I'm gonna fly up just 5 feet off the ground, above the top of this low ridge here, to just stare as I attempt to hover at the keeper.
That being said, as you do, it is a struggle, but you're able to hover a little bit and whatnot. And as this is sort of happening, Creelin, you're just sort of flapping your wings about, and as you're traveling, you feel as if... Oh boy. You feel as if gravity begins to shift once more, kind of back to normality. You feel as your bones begin to stop being kind of as heavy as sort of this strange weight being placed upon you, almost forcing you down to the ground. And you're able to sort of spread your wings with ease at this point, and soar as high as you wish, as far as you know.
Sorry.
There we go.
Oh man. That said, as this does, each and every single one of you just feel as it shifts back to normality, and you feel exhausted but relieved that it's over. No more low gravity, no more high gravity, but instead just this sort of chilling wind going past you all. Alright. That said, Sirius, eventually you're able to dig the likes of Nafiba Morga out, and Phoebe, you are free.
Is
Keeper
he trying
still
to bury me alive?
No, he just he wasn't like burying your head or anything like that. He just like kept it to where the head was like still out and all that stuff. And he was just literally vibing. He was just kicking his fucking feet.
By the time I get Nafiba out, I just, are you alright?
I'm fine. What's he doing?
How did... Do you know where you went?
No.
He's here! He's in!
I look towards this massing humanoid creature and say, who are you?
He'll point to Ilva.
Please, Ilva, explain.
He is called the Keeper. When he takes companions and he brings them back somewhat safely. This is a new one for me, being buried. But it's never caused me any harm. So this is quite new seeing you buried. Normally he just pops into existence and drops off an ally or two, and off he goes.
You'll see as he.
Go ahead.
You'll see as he actually begins to start writing in the sand. And what languages do you know? Actually, yeah, everybody. What languages do you guys know?
Common and infernal.
Common and infernal.
Druidic, common, celestial, sylvan, primordial, and undercommon.
Oh
Okay,
my
Sirius, you can understand. Phoebe and Ilva, what about you?
I speak Abyssal, Common, and Draconic.
Alright, not you. Ilva, what about you?
It won't be me either.
Alright. So Sirius, you see as he's sort of writing in the sand, and it's actually spelled out in celestial. But as he's sort of looking towards Ilva as she's explaining how he used to just sort of appear and pop in and out of existence, you see as he writes in the sand, boring.
Boring. And I guess in celestial, I'll ask him. So you do these things for fun?
He'll shake his head no.
Do you aid us or protect us?
He'll shake his, or he'll nod his head yes.
So
Keeper,
you are an
what's-
ally.
He shrugs, and then just sort of kind of nods.
Well, at least he doesn't mean any harm, and I'll stop using celestial at that point.
Keeper, what's different between dropping off Phoebe versus other companions that I've encountered?
I'll just shake his head no. And then he will point towards his beak, like looking towards you. Ova will point towards his beak, and then he'll put like a finger over it to sort of signify quiet. And then point back to his beak. And then point up towards the sky.
With my newfound lightness, I'm gonna fly down and just kind of point at the keeper, fly up an additional 5, maybe even 7 feet, and start doing a more advanced kata just to show him.
He does a little golf clap. And as you're doing that, Creeland, you received an inspiration point from chat.
you,
Hey,
Chad.
perfect timing.
Whoa,
It was the kata that did it. Yep.
clearly.
But you do see
I did
as this
more.
sort of happens, you watch as slowly but surely, a smaller individual begins to, like, in the middle of your kata, you see as he just begins to just sort of rush over, and as you're like sort of almost doing sort of like a palm hill strike, he just high fives your hand and explodes.
I'm going to just drop down to the ground because I don't like things exploding next to me.
You got it.
Oh man, interrupted my kata and everything.
See the keeper point to the sky. Can I look towards the stars and see if there's like a notable change or?
Ooh, like a
Maybe-
celestial body.
Ooh, make a perception check. Oh no, he disconnected. What happened?
I'll make it for him.
No, you good, you good, you good. I'm here.
He's back in.
Oh no.
Oh no! It was gonna be a 20. I hate it here.
Playing the lag.
Blame the lag with a
what,
6.
fair.
I mean, it doesn't seem to have changed from what you can tell from when you looked at it earlier.
What about I know you just rolled for whatever. I don't know if you want to. You can roll it as whatever we like. What about myself though? Since I was a follower of Mogus before. Is there like a celestial body that I might have learned, or like maybe a constellation or whatever?
Sure thing. Make a you do Nogus or Nogus. You do know that
Nogus Mogus.
Yeah, exactly.
You noticed the Mogus.
But you do know as a cleric or a previous cleric of Mogus and all that stuff that he does have a constellation. In fact, all the gods do. Make a perception check if you want to see if you can find it. With a 9, it's not really, but you can kind of see where that general sector is, where Iroas and Mogus and all that stuff. They're kind of like constantly right beside each other, kind of almost in this constant struggle and battle between one another, but it's a little hard to sort of find it at the moment.
The clouds, cloudy.
Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. And also, while you're at it, hey, Phoebe, you got another inspiration point. Oh, also, I should mention that, for inspiration points, they are capped at 5, so you gotta spend them or you lose them.
Wow.
This guy.
Shit.
Wow.
Where did my other?
Hey, yo, I
Man,
want to drop
I am not
15
gonna like
inspiration points right here. Nah.
I mean, I was planning to.
Oh, boy. Well, hey.
Oh.
Oh damn, my edge proficiencies are gone. No.
Wait, what is it? What happened?
My proficiency. Remember when I got the natural 20s and I gained
Oh,
extra proficiencies?
Do you remember what they were? I think it was Arcana.
I know I had Arcana and Stealth. I feel
So
like
you
I
just
had
click
something
them.
else.
I think it was only those two. I don't think you got a third one
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah, you can click them
know.
on them, by the way, to give yourself
I
proficiency.
swear, I got 2 Arcana natural 20s. I remember that first session too.
Yeah.
Smart magic.
I have to be careful of that, because
Magic.
whenever it levels up, because I don't think that'll be a thing. Yeah,
I
I'll
can
have to make a
write it
mention
down
of it.
if you want.
Yeah, appreciate it. Alright. Well, that being said, you will see as the keeper begins to sort of stand up, brush off his sort of cloak, get the sand off of it, so for a little bit. You will see as he looks as if he's getting ready to head off. You guys asking him doing anything?
Nope.
Zale's just gonna wave bye, like, safe travels.
He will wave at you and he will tip his hat and just start strolling into the water.
And he's going in. Oh.
And then he's just going to straight up dolphin dive into it like an actual dolphin. And you hear a big splash and he is gone, never to be seen again.
Very strange being.
That's the way to put it. I would say fucking crazy, but you know.
Glad to have you back, Phoebe.
Yeah, it's great to see you. How was your
Only hope that
vacation?
yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
Y'all are so trusting, and I'm gonna fly up to Phoebe and just put both my talons on her shoulder and just kind of just look at her and just try to gauge if she is our Phoebe. I don't trust her.
So intimidating.
Credit, there's more ways to do things like this besides checking the physicality.
What are you doing? I just put my hands on his, like, what are you doing?
Kree will make an insight check.
Alright. Need to open up my calendar. There we go. Insight.
Please. Yeah! No!
No!
Krillin, you look at Nephiba. She seems a little bit dazed. You don't know what she could be hiding. She could be the right Phoebe. She could be the wrong one. You never know. It's hard to tell. That said, you do as you do.
I'm gonna look at my companions, excluding Phoebe. I'm just gonna shake my head. You're gonna see me, very obviously, but slowly reach into my back right pocket with my right hand. And with monk speed, you're gonna see manacles come out. And
No.
Yes! Yes!
What?
No! No!
What are you doing?
I stop him.
I would also like to stop him.
All right, Krillin, make an athletics check. You gotta, or I need Nephiba, Zale, and Sirius to make an athletics check.
Wait,
Krillin,
athletics?
my
No,
inspiration!
I'm not good at athletics.
Me neither.
You gotta be
Not
faster.
yet.
Oh no!
0.
What did I roll? Did I roll yet? I don't think.
8. Roll 9.
Yes. Yikes.
So with
Oh.
a 0 at this point, you like with breakneck speed, so 16 and 8. So with breakneck speed, you're able to get one shackled manacle onto one of her wrists. However, Zell, you try to reach out, and immediately Sirius begins to just reach out their hand and grab the other set of the manacles before it snaps onto Nephiba's other hand.
Credit, it
Just
is Phoebe.
barely.
It is Phoebe.
I'm gonna like even closer, like beak to nose almost. How can we tell?
I
How
can
can
tell.
you tell if she's not the real one? Is the better question. How do you know?
The mirage.
You've only met her for only like a day. You've only
Yes.
seen her in probably like stressful situations.
Like this one. This one's quite stressful.
This place is very untrustworthy.
I understand.
Ilva, also real quick, Ilva, are you trying to investigate that area over there?
Yeah.
Make an investigation check while they're doing that.
She was not interested in the keeper because just
Yeah,
keep going.
she already knows. All right, make an investigation check. Everybody else, you guys can continue.
Krillin, it's me. I'm Phoebe. Unlock it!
I'm gonna slowly reach back into my other side where its ability to open it is, and reach back open. Click, click. Opens. Put it back in my pouch. I'll be watching you, and I'm gonna
Thank
fly
you.
away.
Someone needs to watch that man. That is seriously not good. Why does he even have those?
Oh,
don't
him
think
and
those
I
will
don't
wait.
know.
I understand. Him and Yavata are just a little too quick
Crazy.
on the.
Crazy.
That's
Crazy.
one way to put it. Why would you say
No,
too
it is
quick
the
on
right way to
contrast?
put it.
Again, we are here to search for allies and answers, and this isn't the way to do so.
I'm sure they are lovely people when they're not in such stressful environments. But still, we should keep an eye out on them because that's not healthy. And I don't like it.
Yes,
That's not
but
helpful.
for the important matters, right now we are on our way to the what did you call it? The exploding islands.
Big Boom Island. Sure, that's temporary name I came up with. I'll think of something better later.
Oh,
Until it is properly named or probably indulged as the proper name for the place. That is where we'll be heading. I believe you remember Bovi, that he indulged us in information for how he managed to survive on himself and what happened to his allies. Said something about starry people, and they'll be returning in the next 7 days, or as you like to call it now, cycles, as so the moon and sun do not properly traverse the sky.
Indeed, it's strange, but can't really do anything about cycles.
That is
Uh,
one
Look at that
weird
crate over
information.
there. Want to look
taken.
at that crate? It could have crate things in it.
showcase check
What the-
DMs.
Yeah,
Oh
but right now our goal
no!
is the same. We're still
Checking now.
looking for ways to survive.
I'm gonna go check that crate over there because I like crates.
Alrighty. That said, make an investigation check, and while you're doing that, Ilva, with your 9 from earlier, as you begin to dig through the crates off to the side,
Oh,
from what you can tell, it seems to be in kind of the same case and scenario for you, Zale. Looking about, you kind of look and find not much of anything. You do find a soul coin inside, but from what you can tell, just sort of giving a quick glance, it kind of frustrates you as you don't find anything really useful.
What about the body? Is there any flesh bits on it still, or is it completely bone?
Fleshy bits? Nah, it's a complete bone.
And is the bone darkened or is it more like lightly colored?
It is more lightly colored.
Can we even carry more soul coins?
Or
I
actually,
forget.
excuse me, I'm wrong. It is more dark colored.
Dark
And
colored?
yes,
Okay.
you guys can carry more soul coins. Let me make sure that the thing.
It should be
Party
10 now, I
resources.
think, right? Because we leveled up.
Yeah, it should be 10. Okay, let me.
Oh,
I'm gonna
I
change all that
didn't
stuff.
mess up. Yay! Well, I mean, I did. I got a 1, but yeah.
Yeah, with a natural one, you kind of look over, is like, it's a fucking crate, and just sort of, whatever.
Kick it.
Yeah,
Kick the crate.
sure. You kick the crate. All right. As you do, you see as well. You just hear something or whatever, and then you just like, fuck it, and keep walking off.
Yeah, sounds like something he would do. Just
Uh,
crate. I couldn't find anything in there.
I'll go back to the group and I'll say these bodies have been here for a while. I'm not too sure on the time of death, but we should probably keep moving. There's nothing in these crates.
yes. Let us.
Yes.
Let me quickly gather more medicinal herbs. Can I check the palm trees?
Sure thing. Make a survival check for this one. with a 12. Looking at them, the trees themselves, probably not. Nothing sort of medicinal properties from this tree, from what you can tell. No coconuts either, or any bits of food placed on top of it, though.
Not even coconuts. This place is scarce.
This place fucking sucks.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's leave.
Oh boy.
Wait, but you didn't check those trees over there.
Would I
imagine
check
it's
the
a
boxes
general
over there?
tree. I already did.
You
Okay.
checked the trees.
I didn't check the individual tree, no.
Need wood.
Need. I love how you said that. Need.
Zug zug.
I'm changing. So, what would you all like to do? And I mean, I'm just doing stuff in the background and whatnot, like updating the resources. So you just let me know what you want to do.
So
I'm
which way
gonna-
is the island? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
That
nothing
way,
for me. Oh.
or
I'm
it's kind
gonna
of like
finish.
at an angle, kind of deal.
Ah, hell that.
You went all the way over there. I'm gonna finish the rest of whatever water is remaining in my water skin. Go over here and fill it back up.
All right.
Salt water.
Yeah, that is salt water,
With
my
salt
friend.
water.
Alrighty.
Salt water is better than zero water.
I don't
can
know
make
about
that
that.
Don't worry, we can purify it.
Oh yeah.
But it is gonna taste as nice though.
Probably tastes like Fiji water. Ew.
How dare you?
Oh boy. All right. That said, are you guys checking out anything else on this area, or are you continuing forth?
I'm
If
trucking.
we already, yeah, I guess we check any more undisclosed areas.
All right. That said, you guys can follow Ilva if you don't have anything else to check, and continue along.
Oh, hello, dead body. How you doing?
It's been dead for a while. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm sure what has been. Yeah. It looks very dead to me.
See the scorch marks on the bone?
You must
Some
gather your
different
party before venturing forth.
What?
Okay, so I guess I'll continue to lead the party towards the islands.
Easy peasy. All right. As you do, oh boy, let me make sure that this map is. Yep. All right. So as you guys begin to travel a little bit further, at this point you get a little bit further away from the likes of the beach, but instead begin to go a little or slightly more inland across the sands. As you do, you pass over the bits of the greenery that you saw earlier before in the north, but and eventually come across this sort of the barren desert once more. You see bits of dead trees, but even as well, not too far from there, general cacti scattered about. That said, you guys see this map,
Cactus.
Weaponry.
and you
Weaponry.
all are about right here.
Water inside cactus, by the way, guys.
That's true. Isn't there like edible parts of it as well?
That I
Hey,
don't
the
know.
cactus.
So, Ilva, when you approach this cactus, it is massive in size. It is very, very large. But, you're able to do so. It's almost comparable to, like, the tree beside it.
Oh. Oh. Does it look?
Oh,
So,
Oh.
does this cactus look like it is a inhibitor for something? For example, like there's a creature inside of this thing.
Oh, make a nature check? Yeah, I guess it would probably be the best thing as a nature check. I was thinking, like, insight check the cactus.
You know, like an egg, and it kind of like wiggles around and stuff. You know, it's really wiggling.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. Fresh cactus here, boys. Let's go.
you forgot the spikes.
Just eat it, says someone in chat.
Who said that? Who said it?
Bros.
Bet.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
I had
That said, it's kind of
of
hard to tell. I mean, it seems all good from from quick glance.
Who here has a knife or a sword or something sharp?
I have a knife.
Do you want me to do it, or can you cut this cactus open to see what's inside?
I mean, I could do it myself, but I don't want to touch a cactus. Here you go.
Okay.
All right. Wait, so you give her the knife?
Yeah.
All right, Phoebe passes you a bloody knife.
Bloody. Still bloody?
No, she cleaned it.
Did she
Still
clean it?
bloody.
Okay,
cleaned it.
I'll trust you on that one. Okay,
Did
she
she
cleaned
kill
it.
someone else?
It's never. Okay, if she
She
cleaned
killed
it. Yeah.
someone in the astral plane.
Alright.
He was throwing a temper tantrum in the sand. Okay.
Imagine
Okay.
Phoebe in space just. Just
Krillin was
spinning.
right.
Alright, never mind. It is a clean dagger and all that. Alright.
Alright, we're gonna make some
Dagger.
cacti mess here. Stab!
Oh,
Alright, you stab it. Make a survival check over.
Why are you being so mean to it?
what do you mean?
Alright, I wish. Over this. Are you like just straight up like violently just stabbing this?
No,
freaking-
no. Okay, so even though with my low nature thing, whatever,
Yeah.
this thing's a massive cacti. I don't really trust it anyway. So like the initial like thrust is like it has murderous intent, but after the feeling, if there's nothing like vibrations in my hand, then we'll cut normally.
You hear just in the middle of the cactus. Ah! No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's not how you get the alloy.
I'm kidding.
Murderous intent, the cactus.
Fuck you,
the-
spikes, bitch.
Fucking son of a. Nah, but as you sort of cut into the cactus, you're able to do so, and that side of you trying to get the sort of bits of water from it, you're able to do so with a 13 on your survival check, but not much at all. It's gonna take you a little bit.
What about, is there any edible parts to this?
Edible parts, from what you can tell, I mean, there is a giant cactus, so yes, you're probably gonna need to get rid of the spikes and all that stuff, obviously, but yeah, you could probably do so. We'll probably need to prepare it, and probably also gather a lot more from it, from probably all of this sort of cacti, to pretty much get an actual viable food and water resource, but you can do it, just take time.
Now, as a game question,
Yes.
is it if we eat on the fly, does that help at our end of game session that we've eaten?
So the way it works is you guys are just kind of like grabbing food and grabbing water, and then at the end of the day, then basically I just deduct one or depending on how many players need to eat and drink, then I just deduct all of the resources and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I don't think we have any real way of carrying stuff, so...
Yeah, you guys haven't made any bags or anything yet.
So with that said, I guess I will just cut up some... try and give like a little small portions to the group, just to kind of have now, since we have no way of really bringing it back with us, question mark, so...
Yeah. You're gonna need to, you're probably gonna need, there are 3 other cacti out here, so you're probably gonna need to go cut some of those pieces up, and you'll be able to get enough edible bits to be able to call it like a food resource for a couple people.
Did I
And
roll
water as well.
2 more then?
Yeah, 2 more survival checks. If anybody wants to help Ilva out, you can do so with
I'll
advantage.
help the Ilva.
You got it.
You
Make
can
it
use
with
your
advantage.
horn.
I can use my horn, yes, of course. My carving horn.
Ooh, pretty good.
My carving horn's really
So 20,
good,
23,
you
and
know?
13, between all of that, you're able to secure about 3 stocks of food and also 3 stocks of water. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Horn for the win.
1, 2, 3, and 1, 2.
I'll give the knife. I'll wipe the knife off first of cactus juice, and give it back to Phoebe. Here you go.
Thanks. I lick the knife.
Oh.
There you go.
Don't cut yourself. You know, knife touching is bad.
As this is sort of happening, you guys all begin to kind of feel this sort of shivering cold, like another sort of chill, like begins to sort of almost wash past you. At this point, you almost begin to, well, yeah, I think from based all of your clothing, except maybe Ilva, but that's debatable. You all feel as if you're kind of like shivering for the most part. And it's kind of serious. You're able to tell that this is definitely kind of unnatural at the very least. You're probably gonna need to delve into it more, but considering your time in the desert, it's never been as cold as it is right now. This feels like as if you're in a whole nother sort of climate or biome.
If that's the case, feeling the abnormal chill, Sirius will go over to this small dead tree. He will take various like sizes of tree barks, seeing that this tree's probably dead, no water. He will take some of them, bigger stalks, take out the small branches off of them, and hopefully get like maybe 2 or 3 of these pieces.
Mm-hmm. Easy enough.
And one of them, he's gonna test out and cast Druidcraft on it to revitalize some life on it to see what kind of tree it might have been.
All right. So as you begin to do so, you watch as it begins to sort of bloom for a brief moment, and it doesn't turn into a palm tree like the ones that you saw before. In fact, it turns into kind of like, I don't know too much about trees, but it kind of turns into more of like a pine tree. Which is strange considering the fact that it's in the desert.
Ah, fucking weird ass place. I'm kidding. That's out of character.
Sorry, wait.
I hate pine
This thing
trees.
turned into a pine tree?
Yes. Like the branches and whatnot that he was using. Not a palm, but pine.
Yeah, I'll keep that on for myself. I'll hold down to that, and the rest I'll bring over to Zale and ask, Zale, could you please light these aflame?
Oh yeah, I can. I would like to produce flame, make a little light, and just and put it on the tree branches. Yeah.
Who's holding
Yeah,
it? Is
like
it
two.
Zale or Sirius?
I'll hand one to Phoebe and the other to Zale.
Alright, you got it. Keep in mind, it's not gonna stay lit for too long, considering the fact that it's only a tree branch. So it'll burn fast, you know.
Wait!
I'm waiting. I'm pausing.
Cactus. I'm gonna rub some of these branches in the cactus alloy.
This man studied.
What? Oh wait, I don't get it. Does that help?
Oh,
Alloy
wait.
is flammable, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Flammable, you say?
Oh boy. Jesus. Alright, so I believe that would just. So wait, explain what you're doing again one more time.
I rubbed like a third of the branch in like some of the cactus like flesh, or possibly if it's still like aloe. Then I guess if I can, is it possible for me to Druidcraft maybe like a stockier part of the branch so like have the flame capped there so it won't like burn all the way down?
Make a wisdom check for me. Alright.
If I feel like I get that intention, I'm gonna go fly over to the tree and break off a branch.
I swear, all my rolls in like every game I played this week has been average.
7. So here's what happens. So you try to sort of make it a little bit more of a sort of like a stockier sort of part of the branch, but you see as you begin to sort of rub these sort of aloe on it, it just seems to burn even faster.
Ah, shit. Well, more intense things then.
I
Does it help with the heat at least? I mean, with the cold?
It does help with the heat a little bit, but it's still, from what you can tell, to put it in perspective of how cold it is outside, it is essentially, like, I'm not gonna give numbers because fucking people all across the planet and stuff like that. It's as if you were to walk outside in the middle of the winter with like shorts and a t-shirt on and stuff like that. And it's
Canada.
warm.
I got this.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
You got it. There you go.
Oh.
Where are
And
we
with
in
like
relation
each
to?
which each couple of minutes it does get even colder and colder and colder.
Where are we in relation to something like either the island or a rock?
A rock.
Like a big boulder rock.
Oh, okay. I'm like The Rock. Well, that's in a whole nother campaign. You're gonna want to go to the Azure Taiga, but
Yeah.
That's a boss fight.
that's a big bird over there, as I like to call it. But you're in reference to which rock? Like the floating island, or?
Well, is there just from a landscape, like perceiving the landscape, is there anything that could be used like for like a boulder, like a shelter kind of thing, so where we can like make like a warm
Makeshift sort of
campfire, or even if we're close to the island falling apart kind of thing, like, you know, just trying to see just how much more
Yeah.
distance, like if it's best to go push forward, or I don't want to die, you know, in the cold. So
Yeah. So make a perception check for me, Ova. And perception or survival, really your choice.
cool.
8. Oh. From what you can tell, it seems to be just an endless expanse. Now, granted, you have gotten a lot closer to the floating island. That's that much is known, but you don't really see any sort of like caves or anything like that. You got lucky back there from earlier.
Everyone gets one.
Yep. That 2023 is lost.
I'm gonna fly up and pick that branch off, and when I float back down, I'm gonna take out my wood carver's tools and attempt to make that shape that I saw Sirius attempt to do. And I'm just
He
gonna
has
start
wood carver's tools.
carving away.
Alright, make a wood carver's tool. I'll say make a wisdom check, and we're gonna add your proficiency bonus on top of that afterwards.
Interesting.
Check.
19 plus 2 for a total of 21. Yeah, you're able to easily enough carve out the specific shaping. I believe you're trying to craft a look like a torch looking thing. Am I wrong? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of saw it, and it looked like he was failing, so I just said I'll do it myself because I can.
You had to put me on blast like that.
That's
Wow,
with a
so
21, you're
rude.
probably able to make 2 if you really want to, or if you just want like just one larger sort of thing, you can do that as well.
I'll do one larger one.
All right, you got it. All right.
And I'll just make that, and as I'm making it, I guess because Phoebe's just right there, I'm very intently looking at Phoebe as I just shave wood off the stick. Just
Oh no.
looking
You
at
left
her.
them alone.
Hey, how big are these cactuses that I cut?
How big are like these things? They're
Yeah.
about probably like around 10 feet tall.
Okay, so
Like, god damn, you need to put like a token that says like how tall that is.
Well,
okay,
I mean, it's
so
better than our token.
yeah.
how much of it is like cut up and stuff? Like, is it like just like a slit in the middle and then like the inside's cut out, or like how would you describe that I stabbed these cacti with murderous intent at first?
Well,
and
I
then-
will leave that to you, but if I was to probably guesstimate and imagine, I would imagine that you probably just stabbed and then probably like, I don't know, kind of like a cake.
cut up and down.
Yeah, top
Cake?
down
Yeah.
sort of thing.
And they're still standing, hey?
They are still
I'm
standing. I mean,
afraid.
unless you want to cut the entire thing.
No. I want to keep them up. So I want to go inside the cactus.
What?
What?
Well, granted, it's not that you didn't carve out that much. If you want to carve out that much, then
Okay.
you can.
Phoebe, I'm gonna do this knife real quick.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Phew. So I want to spend. So okay. Okay. I need someone to light the tree on fire, and then I'm going
Zale
to start.
intensifies.
Yeah, I want to cut out the 3 cactuses and make it so that people can fit in them to block against the cold.
I
So why do we
see.
have to light trees on fire?
To give
Wait,
this informational
wait.
preface, birds do it. So I even Googled it. It's possible.
Googled it.
Those are birds!
We can be birds.
We only got one bird!
Greenland is not thinking about that. Just to say that out loud.
What is
Also,
Star
wait,
Wars this shit up. You know, cut it open and just slide right in.
wait, there's a couple of stamps for Skippy here.
Why do we need to light the trees on fire? What does that have to do with the
Just-
plan?
To stay warm while I'm cutting it up.
You light a tree on fire, it's like, hey guys, flaming tree!
Okay, and just stand by me with some branches on fire then or something.
Yeah,
Alright.
just look, he's got a torchlight.
That being said, all right, Ilva, make 3 more survival checks for me.
Are you
Let's see how
kidding
good.
me?
Let's see how good you try to renovate these new homes of yours.
There goes the shit. There goes the shit out of that cactus.
12, all right, 10, and a 16. All right, this one's just like, all right, could be a lot better. It's kind of like, it's not even like an even cut or anything. It's like jagged and shit. You kind of gotta finagle your way in if you wanted to. With this one over here, oh god, you did a fucking terrible job. And at this point, it's just like, all right, this next one over here, this one that kind of looks like a duck, I got this. I got it.
Thanks, man.
At least preserve the juice.
With a 16, you'd think like, oh man, you could even like get a little bit of a cactus fort going on if you really wanted to.
Nice.
A cactus fort? Are you fucking kidding me?
And
I'm
as
just saying,
Oh,
people can bunk. We can
Wait.
bunk.
Wait.
So
Why don't
I
we
would
use the
probably
tactics to
say,
fortify the-
granted, one could maybe sleep here uncomfortably. Well, not even sleep, because you would have to stand. One could be in here, like, uncomfortably. There's no way in hell someone could be in this one over here. This one, you could maybe... One, yeah, they'll be chilling. Two, they better be two small people, or it's not really gonna work out.
Damn, we're all tall.
Oh, boy.
No,
Well, you know, I'm
Matt.
not fitting any of these.
No,
Yeah, you're 8 feet tall.
You could probably fit in the one over here by yourself, but
The one that Yoba screwed up on, I'm just gonna salvage it for Aloe.
All right, you got it.
So can I have that for
Flammable.
medicine?
As this is happening,
Flammable.
everybody make a perception check for me real quick.
Is this site based?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Okay. Oh,
Phoebe
okay.
still has sand in her eyes.
I guess Phoebiana just has sand or whatever in her eyes. So, at this
Oh
point,
no, sudden sandstorm.
Creelan and Sirius, you guys are the immediate ones to notice, as Creelan, you're kind of just in the sky and whatnot. And it seems to, or you'd be the first one to feel it. Sirius, as this sort of happens, you feel as if something is wrong, and you begin to glance up towards the sky, and well, I'll be honest, you see this.
What?
Oh no.
All of a sudden, the cactus house looking good right now.
Friends, comrades. It is snowing.
What?
It's snowing. Look above.
Yeah, it's
Those who
snowing.
know what happens.
I'm starting to wish I had a shirt.
So quickly. I guess I'm at this point. I'm trying to get that borderline. No, not that borderline. Yeah, it's barely cold. Please, no. This is probably the best time to start lighting the trees on flame. We need a
Oh,
Tetsu.
now we light him on fire. Oh,
Hey, snow came
We
into the
lied on-
equation. Now we need it. Before it's like, oh, it's just desert cold. We don't really need it. We can probably just run it off. No, it's snowing. Okay, now set the shield
You
on
live
fire.
in Canada. I know what's up in Canada.
Sudden snowstorms? God damn it. Like, fuck, man. I'm probably thinking twice of my Toronto vacation.
No.
That said,
Northwest Territories.
Zale, do you actually light the tree on fire?
Which one am I lighting?
Oh,
The smaller one.
Oh.
The smaller one.
This one.
Alright,
Yes.
how do you light it on fire, or what spell do you use?
Firebolt, because it says it. Hold on, I need to read it just so I make sure I'm not bullshitting. A
Firebolt's fine.
flammable
You'd be
object
able to
hit
do
by
it.
the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
You're good.
Start with the
So,
branches.
oh
They'll
boy,
increase.
here we go. As you
Oh,
begin
watch,
to
it's
light it
gonna
on
be a
fi-
trend.
as you begin to light it on fire, you send it forward, and you see as it begins to catch flame slowly. And as it does, you watch as the tree begins to burn and burn and burn, glowing and growing in flame, as you commit arson in the desert.
First
Dale's
one in
gonna
the
give a
game.
bow. He's gonna give a bow as he's like facing away from the tree,
oh.
because of course he is.
And I kind of gather the allies quickly before we catch a cold. And just not going too close to the flames, but just around it to at least
Yeah.
feel the heat.
All right.
And I look for Yoba. Yoba!
I'm still cutting my way.
I'm cutting!
I almost got it! That reminded me, when you said cutting like cake, I imagine literally you cut the cactus, I just see cake.
Yeah. That's basically how it is. Oh man.
This whole world's a lie.
That being said, it does feel a little bit warmer. However, as this happens, and you guys are just sort of sitting here and whatnot, you guys watch as the flames themselves begin to turn from an orange to that of a blue, right
Oh,
before
God,
your
no.
very eyes.
What did I do?
Biblical flames, I hate it!
Not the Bible!
And as it happens, you watch as the flames and the fire itself begins to just sort of actually solidify right in front of your eyes. I need each and every single one of you to make a Constitution saving throw as you watch as the fire begins to actually freeze over in a solid form and turns to ice. Oh boy.
This is
Also, Sirius, you've received an inspiration point from chat.
I might need that in a second.
Oh,
11,
I'll hold it. Thank you.
2,
Thank you.
10,
give me a moment.
20.
Oh, that hit against it! That hit against it!
That's, oh boy. I am very, very sorry. You guys are just sort of sitting there, and as you're sort of putting your hands to that of the fire, and you watch as it freezes over. Sirius, Ova, and Phoeba, you look over, and you see as Kreelin and Zale have completely frozen solid.
Well, they're gone. Let's move on.
One chance of having the fire.
I blame you, Sirius. It's your fault. You told me to do it. You told me to do it.
No!
You see as their hands are just
Yeah.
sort of extended out towards the flame, and it's just stuck.
Oh, well, they're dead now.
Can I sacred flame the ice?
If you want to.
I don't know, you know, if it is biblical, maybe, you know, some cool radiant fire will be, you know, stellar.
Well, keep in mind, the token or whatever is not accurate. It's like literally it's frozen solid. Like it's in the shape of like fire is what you could think. Like sure, if you got to think of a cartoon, sure, whatever. But
So it's ice
it
with
is
fire
actually
inside of it,
ice.
but just like frozen ice?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
frozen
It's
fire ice?
not like the token or whatever. It's not like blue flames, like, you know, holy fire or anything like that. So,
And since the hands were out and they failed the Constitution save, they froze into an ice block.
They are completely frozen solid. That being said, what are you guys doing as you glance over to them off to the left?
Hey, well, I'm reconciliating my sanity right now.
You are, as a nature boy,
In a matter of
you
two
are just...
In a matter of 2 seconds, fire went to ice. Bowden, you are shit.
I agree.
Oh boy.
I could try and
Yeah, immediately, I'm asking you, like, do you have any actual sources of flame? If you do not get them out here immediately, they will most likely die.
well, let me just read how this works, because I don't want to actually blow them up. Hold on.
Blow them up.
I'm gonna try to keep them warm with my half-burning torch.
Oh boy.
Yes, yes. Keep
So,
them
how
flame.
do you want to rule this, Sensei? It's
Go for it.
sacred flame, so it's flame-like radiance. Would that
Yeah.
produce heat or no?
I say it would. Oh boy, yeah, you lost your fire, boy, didn't you?
Yeah. Thanks for that.
That is, I didn't fucking do it. He rolled low, but that said, yeah, it would take you a little bit, but you could definitely try to use the heat of the spell to try to like melt the ice if you want to.
Okay, let's do that.
Oh boy. All right. So as you cast the sacred flame, who are you doing it towards? Zale or Kreelin?
We'll do Zale first because he's got flames.
All right. That said, I need, and you, Nefiba, you were also sort of placing the fire towards Zale as well, correct?
Yes.
And
Alright.
I will cast your craft to start a flame.
As this begins to happen, between all the likes of you, you guys are able to slowly but surely melt the ice before Zale, and you see as it begins to turn to water down below, and then just sort of freezes onto the ground like ice. But Zale, you are free.
Oh.
You sort of
Quickly
wake up and
drag-
you just see as all of your allies are just sort of surrounding you at the moment.
He's hyperventilating because I assume he at least knew what happened, right? Like he saw.
You were just kind of like freezing you were just kind of warming your hands, and then you just saw like an icy film go over it, and then you just wake back up, and then they're all surrounding you again. You have no recollection of anything in between that, though.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
So we'll quickly drag him away from the ice tree now.
All right.
Okay. Where are you? Oh,
then we'll do the same with. We'll repeat the same process with Krellin.
wait,
All right.
what happened to Creel?
As you guys begin to do so,
I would like to help them with produce flame as well.
yeah, but to lead all four of you, it takes even faster as you're able to melt away the ice from Creelin. All right, Creelin, you are now free, and you wake back up, and you just see everybody surrounding you.
Clearly, we'll take a deep breath in. Turn right around to Phoebe. This
Hi.
isn't your doing, is it? As I'll shake a little bit of residual stuff off my feathers.
I mean, I'm literally the one who has been keeping you warm all this time. Go off, I guess.
Serious, you won't lie. Is this true?
No, it is the strange nature of Volden again. I mean, disclosed location.
Alright, you'll see Creelin's face soften and just go in a relaxed state. And then
Now, quickly, we must find shelter.
Yeah, let's
I'll point back to the ice flame and kind of look around. Was that not just fire?
Exactly.
Yep.
They turned
was.
my
Now it's
beautiful
not.
flames into ice. How could they?
You guys at this point can kind of see the your breath in front of you. It is, oh boy. You
In terms
are,
of Celsius, how we looking?
I don't know Celsius because I'm stupid American, but
Okay.
I think we're hitting like 12.
Oh, perfect. That's still Canadian weather. Okay. That's still shorts and t-shirt weather. It's cold, but we can do this.
it was a
Damn
Canadian kid.
resilience.
we're bred differently. We gotta go.
We gotta go. Oh man. Jesus.
I asked Krellin and Zale to quickly gather more dead tree branches. So for the next piece of shelter we find, we'll start a flame, and hopefully it doesn't turn to ice as well.
I have a can I take a tree branch and toss it onto the ice fire thing? What happens?
Tree branch and toss it onto the ice fire thing. All right. It's not that crazy. It just sort of hits the ice. Like how big of a branch are we talking? How big?
I don't know, like a nice, healthy dog-sized branch in the mouth. You know, just like Chuck.
All right, Chuck. It breaks and shatters out.
The wood?
The whole flaming ice thing. It completely shatters.
Oh,
That's brutal.
that was easy.
The ice? Wait, that was the ice?
Yes, the ice
Ice
completely
gone.
shattered.
I quickly take out a handful of stones, cast magic stones, and toss them at the rest of the ice.
Cast them at the rest of the ice, like on the ground right now, right?
No, yeah, I got a handful of stones,
Mm-hmm.
cast magic stone up, and chuck them at the ice.
Okay, at the ground. Okay, as you begin to do so, it just shatters out even further.
Okay, so it's not completely frozen. Let's move quickly.
Oh boy. All right, move your tokens. Where you want to go? Where you want to go?
Where do we go?
Which way's the island?
North, or north.
Heading
west.
north.
There you go. All right, as you guys
Where are
begin
we
to.
going?
North.
I point over to that tree. Grab branches.
Oh yeah.
As you guys begin to travel forth, I need you guys to all make Constitution saving throws once more.
Oh no.
I get advantage though, because I'm Canadian, right?
Sadly, that is negative.
Oh, weird.
Oh
Saving
man.
throw, correct.
Andrew, don't fuck me now.
How about
Oh my god.
Nope, nope. That's what inspiration. That is what inspiration points are for. I'm using 3. I'm making it 10.
Ooh,
What the fuck?
that's not good, guys.
Hang on. I'm using 3 on myself, and I'm giving 1 to Krellin.
Okay, so 3.
What
Well,
about?
you can only apply inspiration point on one roll, so you got to pick which one or the other. So yourself or
I
Creelan.
some-
Myself.
so I'll
Okay,
use
so 3
one
for
out of my
Sirius, bring it to
2.
10. Okay, so
Yeah.
so Creelan with a 10, Sirius with a 10.
Yep.
Zale and Ilva, what about you two? Keeping it?
Same
I'm
fresh at 10.
fine.
Fresh at
I
10.
get 12.
Zilla at
but
12?
I can't,
Alright.
I can't save you. Phoebe, I'm
Nefiba, I
sorry.
don't think you can save this, my friend.
No.
Alright, as this is sort of happening, you guys are just walking and traversing, and you guys see as Nefiba, she is walking with a brisk pace, she begins to slowly freeze over solid and begins to just sort of drop to the ground. Still solid, Not shattered into millions of pieces, but you do see as she just freezes over and drops down to the ground. And at this point...
Immediately... Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll immediately run to her and start producing flame to quickly take her out.
Alright, that being said, as this happens, make a perception check for me. Or, I guess probably anybody not dealing with Phoebe at the moment.
I was behind Phoebe, so I would have rushed to help the flame instead.
Good thing I'm ahead.
Zale, this is with advantage.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
also an
Yeah,
advantage
makes
for
sense.
myself.
I love being a kind of demon.
19 and 22. Oh boy. Here's what you guys see. Well, first off, you hear this.
Here.
Well, actually, let me set this up. You guys look up towards the island, the floating island itself, and you see as this point, as you guys have gotten a lot closer, you see as it begins to sort of surge with this strange sort of purple light, and begins to sort of surge for a brief moment. This bits of purple electricity begins to course amongst the entire island, and you watch as immediately lightning begins to strike down upon it, immediately shattering the likes of the island. As this begins to happen, you watch as the entire island itself begins to explode outwards with a giant shockwave. It begins to immediately almost sort of throw you guys or off of balance. Zale, you being the first to even hear and then immediately seeing exactly the case and scenario of what happened. Creedland, you second, and you guys watch as the entire island begins to break off and begins to descend and descend rapidly towards you all and all around in the Forbidden Expanse. You see as it's almost hurling down like a meteor, and at this point you see you guys look off to the side and you see as bits of debris begins to sort of scatter off and or immediately embed itself into the sand. Other bits begin to immediately embed itself into that of the tree beside you, Zale, and you almost have to duck and dodge out of the way for cover. That being said, you guys see as all hell begins to break loose in front of you from all around, and Nephiba is still frozen. That said, in this moment in time, what are you guys all doing? Oh boy, and also, let me change the music for you. Let's do
Okay,
this.
so to reiterate, the island crashed again, fell, and now it's crashing towards us.
It is crashing everywhere,
Almost
and it's
out,
also
yeah.
towards you as well.
Everywhere sadly includes us.
I immediately just yelled out to run.
We have to unfreeze Phoebe though.
I
Push her! Push her!
I got an idea. DM, I am going to use my wild shape.
Ooh, okay. To what?
I am going to turn into the hyena that we saw in the cavern. I mean, in that passing.
You wouldn't be able to turn into a big hyena, but you can turn into a normal one, I think.
I think a normal would do.
Okay. I will try to get that thing. I freaking really do hope that the image isn't broken, because I know a lot of images are broken at the moment. I'm gonna pray. Hey, it works. I think. Boom, there you go. All right. I will give you permissions in a moment. Or actually, you just tell me what you want to do, and I'll, here, is there a way to give you permission with the token? Or the sheet? Do you guys know, DMs? Do you guys know?
Hang on. I think if you go to the token,
I
think if you right-click it.
configure permissions, animus.
Yeah,
owner.
configure permissions.
All right, and then I think if I give you this one, you should be able to use it now, right?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, we got their production value. All right, you guys see as Animus begins, you guys see as Sirius begins to shift and change their form, begin to get down onto all fours, and begin to grow more and more hair until they turn and morph into a hyena. Granted, none of you guys have seen him do this before, and yeah, I don't even think, Ilva, you've seen this sort of thing before, because I don't think you've ran into a druid before.
Was there a druid at the finale at all?
No, I don't think there was. I don't think there was a
one
single
likes
druid.
druids for some reason.
Wait, can I at least before I start like in the mid transformation, I'm yelling out to run and so say follow me.
Sure, if you want to.
Okay, yeah. So I transform into the hyena. How much time was able to get the Phoebe out of the ice at least?
I was saying no, not yet, but if you want to like sort of stop, get Nafiba out, and then turn, then you can do that. It'll take a little bit more time though. Is that what you want to do? Before you
stop
shift?
Yeah.
The flames?
Yeah, because you got to get her out of or here first, unless you just want to straight up fucking leave her. I mean, hey, shit, I don't know.
No,
Jesus,
no.
I don't know what you guys are
I
sort of
could
thinking.
speed run. I could speed
Oh,
run.
no.
Unfreezing her if you want.
All right. That said, so Ilva, you're trying to cast Sacred Flame. That of Sirius, you were trying to use a bit of Druidcraft to create a flame. It's a process, but it's taking a little bit of time, and you guys see as more and more things are sort of collapsing down. That said, you're gonna need to do this a little bit faster. Both of you guys make wisdom checks for me.
Oh, damn it.
Dill, if you want to help in any way, by all means, go for it.
I need to read spells.
I'm gonna finish collecting my branches, fly
Can I-
down.
Okay, this is a stretch. This is a stretch. But I like stretches. Can I use control flames to power up Ilva's sacred flame?
make a charisma check for this, because you are a sorcerer, or an
I
Arcana
like
check, one or the other.
I like charisma.
All right.
Yeah.
Plus personality, as you begin to channel that of the infernal bloodline, you begin to course and try to actually mix a bit of Ilva's sort of sacred flame with a bit of holiness and mix it with that of the power of the devils and infernals within. As it begins to do so, you see as they begin to almost go against one another, but however, they're able to immediately sort of focus onto Nafiba's form and slowly melt the ice away. That said, Nafiba, you wake up and you see as several bits of buildings and other structures are flying directly towards you and all of your companions. As you're on the ground, what are you doing?
I immediately get up and just start running.
Alright, which direction do you go? Do you like run the wrong way? Which direction?
Yeah, I think this is the point where I use my Druidcraft. I turn to Hyena. I dash. I'm dashing away and looking in while I'm taking the forefront. I'm just looking for anywhere that's safe.
Are you dashing towards the floating island, as you guys said, or are you
No,
dashing
away.
Okay, so you're
Away.
running. What? Dougie,
Yeah, I'm
were you
running
about to
away,
say
the
something?
opposite direction.
Can I help Sirius in the fact that I'll cast like if he's gonna go bolt, can I also cast what is it called? Expeditious retreat and go faster as well?
Sure thing. Keep in mind to remind you guys, if I remember correctly, you guys were saying that you wanted to, I could be completely wrong, that you guys wanted to go to the island when it exploded to try to get a latch on top of it to see if it can pull yourselves up or whatever, or something harebrained scheme like that, I believe, and all that stuff.
I
That
didn't
was-
agree to that.
Wait, is this thing right above us coming down, or is this
Yeah,
further
it's
away?
right
and
up.
like,
So it's right above you coming or down, but you have to go a little bit
I
closer
want to
towards
use
it.
that then. Never mind. I thought this was
Oh,
in the
wait.
distance.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
thought.
I thought.
Oh, my bad, my
okay,
bad. That's probably my fault. That's on me. That's on me.
Oh, 'cause
I thought I was like in the
I know
distance.
Pacific-
So it is on the
us.
distance. It is on the distance, or in the distance. Like it's a little bit farther away, but you're not like that far. You're about roughly like 300 to 500 feet, like in distance, like from we'll say horizontal and all that stuff. Now, granted, it is high up and it's sort of lobbing itself down towards you and just all around. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, I'll do a normal run then.
Okay, that's it.
Okay,
I got you. So are you headed back to the beaches, or are you heading back to just anywhere but here?
No, I think we're doing this.
Yeah, I think we're sending it.
We're doing this.
Oh boy!
Wait, what?
We're going.
I don't remember
We're going.
this.
We're going with
full
Zel's
sending.
idea. Okay.
My
So
idea?
We need to get. We need.
Meanwhile-
I need decisions
Hold
now. I
on
need
just a
decisions now.
moment. I don't remember.
all right.
We're doing what?
All right. Hang on. The idea was Zale's idea, so this is his credit. That we're going to, as it exploded, we're going to get on a
That
piece of
wasn't
it
my
and take it
idea.
out.
What are you
That was
talking
your
about?
idea.
That was Olva's
I
idea.
said explore the beaches,
Oh.
not climb stupid ass
go.
island.
No,
Let's
okay,
go.
okay. Mid wild shape. This is why I'm going to use the wild shape. Wild shape into the hyena. Mid wild shape. I'm going to say follow me, and I'm going to run towards it.
Alright.
Oh.
Kreelan is going full cowabunga. Just
Yeah!
wings
Embrace the
spread.
cowabunga!
I'm gonna jump up 10
Cowabunga,
feet,
dudes.
and then like a jet, that Harriet jet, I'm gonna like go horizontal and then pew, 60 feet.
All right.
I'm out of there.
That being said, you see as Creelin begins to dart off and closer towards the floating islands into the center of the explosion, or where it kind of is. You guys following him?
Yeah.
All right.
Hyena mode dash.
Move
100
your
feet.
characters. It's
I
time.
guess.
I did not make this idea. I will let you know.
It
This
was
was
mine.
Okay,
fucking
that's my
Ducky's
bad.
I
That's
have
my bad.
absolutely no idea what's going on.
Oh man. All
This was
right,
not
here
my
we
idea. This is
go.
a fucking horrible idea.
Oh,
Are we supposed to get off?
I feel like ice cream. We're back.
Wait, who's
Ice cream? Where are you going?
Hold on,
Wait,
hold
is that
on.
a thing? It can. I guess
I'm gonna drag all your
for,
tokens.
since Naviva might, if Naviva's probably slow enough, I'll just.
Slow.
She's the only one that's not like fucking probably super fast or
Oh,
athletic.
boy. Here we
Not
go.
no.
Yeah, I tell her I have her to hop on.
This was not my idea.
But,
How
yeah.
dare you? How dare you tarnish my name like that, Animus?
Oh,
Shake
It
my head
sounded like
no.
a crazy idea.
It wasn't even my
Here
idea.
we go. So as you guys begin to travel forth, or almost trekking through this bits of the snow itself in the midst of the desert in the sand, you guys begin to sprint off, and you guys see as bits of buildings and other bits of debris begins to fall out and about. And oh boy, with that said, you look above and the massive floating landmass begins to get closer and closer. And as you guys travel forth, hurling towards you, it's time for a skill challenge, my friends.
Oh, no.
Here we go. All right. So before I reveal this map, let me explain the likes of a skill challenge before we get full cowabunga. So, you guys have all played in my games before, but I'll do a quick little recap. Players must choose skills they are either proficient in or have expertise in, and utilize said skills to aid in escaping and surviving with your lives. Somewhere to safety, or maybe creating your own safety, or just getting to the center of this sort of island, and all that sort of stuff. So, the party is or you guys will have to explain exactly how you're using the skills to aid yourselves and the party. So the party may, for example, use like survival, or excuse me, let's say perception, to be able to gauge where the rocks are gonna crash land and dodge out of the way. Or someone may use athletics checks to maybe destroy the bits of debris coming towards them. Whatever. The point is you have to describe them and you have to be proficient in the skill. All right, makes sense? Dope.
Yep.
All right, so you guys can
cold
also
outside.
help each other and give each other advantage, and the more people that help, obviously, the lower the DC is. But keep in mind, once you use one skill, that skill can't be used again unless you want to raise the DC even higher. All right, you guys will need a total of 5 successes, and if you fail a total of 3 times, then you guys will risk being killed by the falling debris. So, help one another, work together, improve your resolve, or have your legend here, or end here amongst these sands.
Like, then what
Alright,
happens if we get 4?
you need 5. If you fail 3 times, that's it. If you succeed 5 times, then you're good to go. That said, if there's no more questions, let's show you guys the map. Oh boy, and also let's change the music just a little bit. Let's get into this sort
So
of
we
thing.
all have to succeed.
Like,
Oh joy.
You guys can
Stop
help each other.
disconnecting.
All right, welcome to the show. It's loading.
You know,
Oh
Poor
boy.
team.
Here we are, my friends. All right, so as this is happening, first part of the skill challenge, you guys begin to see as multiple buildings begin to crash down upon your form, left and right. They embed themselves before crashing into the ruins and rubble around, with raining debris from overhead. What do you all do? See what you guys got.
All right, because I'm going just slightly above ground at monk speed, 60 feet, I'm gonna try to use my bird-like perception to just find the gaps. Just as fast as I can move, find the gaps so they can follow me in those kind of areas of safety.
All right, which skill are you trying to use for this one?
Perception.
Perception. All right, is anybody helping Creelin in this case and scenario with this?
I'll Sirius in his hyena form will do so as well, since that's the only skill he's proficient in this form.
Is there any way you
Is
can
it-
communicate as a hyena at the moment? Like, can you talk in your hyena form? I don't know.
Probably not, but at this point, I would say in Sirius, since he's in the grounded form, he's going to make a path for the others on foot to follow
All right. That being
while
said,
following Krellin.
while following Krillin in the sky. All right. Both of you make a perception check, or you guys can give one person advantage. Your choice.
How much is yours?
I'm only +5.
Yeah,
Actually,
you
wait,
get
excuse me.
advantage.
It doesn't matter. Actually, Krillin, you have to make this with advantage because this is your go, and then Sirius is helping you to
Guys, maybe
produce it.
maybe I can persuade the buildings to not hit us.
I mean, shit, I've seen crazier
Never
things.
know.
Ooh!
Wow.
Dear
Wow.
gods.
Oh,
What a day.
that's a yikes! Oh boy.
Can I
What
use
a
an
day.
inspiration point to at least bump that up to a 10?
You can if you wish.
I will. Okay.
All right. So it's at a total of 10. Is that the final roll? I believe it is.
Wow.
With a 10, you guys see as Krillin begins to sort of soar through the sky, and as it happens, you see as immediately he begins to be pelted with multiple bits of debris and rubble, and almost sort of breaks your wings before you just sort of crash land. As you begin to do so, you're able to sort of break the fall. However, you immediately begin to almost crash into that of the ruins below. And at this point, you guys have no idea where to go. That is one failure, as you're now you're being surrounded by all sides. Oh boy, fail 2 more.
Wow.
Your legend ends here. So, as you see and look around, you see as the world around you begins to freeze over. You see as rocks and trees begin to freeze with snow, building amongst the sand. At this point, as you continue forward and you're in this area, what do you all do? Oh boy. Come on. Gotta think.
Who's got what?
So is stuff happening like falling? Pardon me, it's falling right now.
Yes, everything is falling around, and also you see as there is snow building up amongst the sand itself. And also the
Okay.
ruins.
I don't have anything that would help this situation. All my
Gotta get
are
cre-
very good for this.
You gotta get creative. Gotta ask the questions.
It's that, or I'm just gonna have to try again. Perception is the only skill I got in this form.
You can drop it if you want, but that's up to you.
Can I?
Okay.
I don't know if. Oh, sorry. You have you guys go first. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll try another one. In mid-run, seeing Krellin taking the rocks while trying to follow him, I guess one walk will probably come down and crash over. The hyena barrel rolls. Out comes the serious form again. Starts running.
Nice.
And at this point, he is going to try a nature check.
All right.
It's for. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a stretch because of the
I like
abnormal
stretches.
nature of the world around him.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to try to at least predict the natural course of this.
All right. Try to make a nature check, but before you do so, is anybody able to help Sirius in this case?
Do spells help in that regard? Like, would guidance help at all, or?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be able to cast guidance in this sort of thing for like every single skill challenge and all that stuff. But you guys can use spells if you want to. So like if you want to use, let's say, I don't know, Firebolt or Burning Hands or whatever, I don't know what spells you got. You guys can also do that to aid you in the skill challenges, and you can use that as your primary skill and all that
Oh.
stuff.
Why didn't you say
Oh,
that?
Like you guys
Well,
can use,
I guess-
but again, that'll sort of resort into an Arcana check and all that sort of stuff.
Aw.
But that is the thing that you can do.
Oh, my bad. I was trying to do something else.
You're good.
Scared
That one
me.
counts.
So-
That one counts. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That said,
Okay,
so
so
is
just
anybody
a-
able to help Sirius with their nature check?
Nature
Wait,
check.
can you describe what you're doing again for me, Siri?
I am literally making another trail, going for another path to have you guys follow, and trying to at least understand the environment as much as I can for as long as I've been in Voden. Well, keep saying Voden like I know this place.
Well, you do know the
I-
name of it. You do know the name. The voice told you.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so
I,
at least
I
try to
can
understand
help.
Voden.
It's also a bit of a stretch. Can I use my, since I'm really good at perception because of Demon Eye. Could I use it to like be able to scout out? Oh, that's a good path. There's not rocks falling down it. You know.
Give it your
but
shotty
it would
gun.
raise the DC as perception was already used by Krillin. But you can do it. It just raises the DC a little higher.
While they're doing that, can I use
Never
thermatology?
mind. I don't want to do that. I don't want to raise
Oh,
the
never
DC. I don't want to do that.
Can I use Thaumaturgy anyway to make my voice louder to make sure that the rest of the party, if I gotta stay arranged with Sirius, so that we all know where we're going, kind of thing?
Yeah, so sort of relay the message of what Sirius is sort of pointing out. Yeah, you could definitely do that. That said,
Or like, you know, he bobs left, I yell left, kind of thing?
yeah, that sort of thing. That's not exactly what I'm imagining. So that being said, Sirius, make your nature check with advantage for me real quick. Come on, come on.
Is that
buddy.
all the control?
That is alt.
Okay.
Come on. 22, that's what we like to see. That being said, as you guys begin to, or as you immediately begin to look and try to gauge and calculate where the bits and pieces of the land around you is going to freeze over and where to avoid and where to step, you immediately begin to call out behind you, and Ilva begins to repeat the process as you guys begin to work as a team. You immediately begin to careen past it further into the ruins, using bits of it for cover, and dash out of the way. That said, that is one success. Good stuff. One success, one failure. Alrighty. At this point, as you guys are getting even closer, I need every last one of you guys to make Constitution saving throws for me. This is not the DC yet. Or this is not for the skill challenge. I just need you guys to make con saves. 7, 19, 19, 10, and an 8. Ooh, that's gonna be Ilva. So, Ilva, as you're sprinting forward and trying to sort of call out everything, you watch as your movements are getting slower and slower, and you watch as down below, bits of your foot itself begins to freeze over. It doesn't freeze over past your torso, and it's just in the process of freezing over, and you almost just stop. You try to yank it free before you feel your bones and kind of tendons being ripped away. That being said, if you want to get free, you're gonna have to be careful with how you do it, or may end up losing a leg.
What?
All right. That said, you guys look behind and you see as your companion is frozen over and they're having trouble being able to move. What are you guys all doing? This is
Can
the
I just
skill
use
challenge.
Misty Step to get out of it and keep going forward with him?
Sure thing. That would be I would say an Arcana check. If you want, or is anybody able to help out with advantage in any way, shape, or form?
This is also stretch. Can I firebolt the frozen part? Is like ice going up her or what?
Yeah, ice is starting up at her foot and is slowly building its way upwards.
I would like to shoot the ice.
All right, with firebolt. All right, that said, Ilva, make an Arcana check with advantage. Come on, come on.
Wow.
That's oh yeah. 14 is not bad. Is that the final roll?
I'll toss that inspiration to make it 15.
15, that is what you needed, as that is the DC. With a 15, you see as Zale begins to immediately firebolt it off to the sides, it begins to shatter. However, it's not enough. You see as the ice is building up more and more and more, and as Zale makes a little bit of an opening, you cast the spell Misty Step, and you're able to teleport free and out of the way. That said, you're back with your allies, you're able to continue forth, and that's another success. Good stuff. That is 2 successes. You guys need 3 more. 2 more failures, and that is it. All right. As you guys are going about this area, you see as more and more bits of debris and rubble are sort of falling about. What are you guys using to defend yourselves, or try to find a way of safety? What are you guys using, and where are you guys going?
Question: is this debris like blocking way?
Say it again.
Is it like blocking our way, or is it more like?
Nah, you guys can just walk around and all that stuff. But this is like, what are you guys doing as just more and more debris is just sort of falling about on you? Boy, oh boy.
Can I? Oh, sorry. Is there rubble?
Keep in mind, Ova, you did the skill check last time, and Sirius, so you gotta have another person. So it's gotta be Nafiba, Zale, or Creelan, I believe.
Can I cast dancing lights to make sure we have like a source of light going in the path that we want to go, so it's a little more clear where we're going?
Okay. What skill would you try to say this would be?
Arcana?
Arcana? You can use Arcana, but it would be a little bit, it will raise the DC a little bit.
That is fair.
I could raise you maybe, well, I'll let you decide and whatnot.
I can help you with Arcana check.
You can?
Choice is yours.
I mean, I'm most confident in my Arcana, so should we go for it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, we'll go for it.
All
I'm going
right.
Arcana.
That being said, well, real quick, series, how are you helping Nefiba to give her advantage?
Seeing her casting dancing lights, it sparked a memory for me to reminding me of a constellation, probably like the first ones that I've actually knew. And with that, I look towards the sky. I reach for the brightest star I see, imaging the hand. I grab it, even though the stars are like light years away. I see this pulsing light in my hand, and I cast Guiding Bolt on the next rubble that's gonna block our path.
Nice. That said, Nefiba, make an Arcana check with advantage as more Sirius begins to strike out the rubble with a guiding bolt, piercing from his hand. 16, is that the final roll?
I will add 2 points.
2 points, total of 18.
Yes.
Is that the final thing?
Yeah.
I'll add 2 more to make it a 20.
Only one person can add it, so you gotta pick which one. Oh boy.
Okay, yeah.
I add 2 points.
All right, 18. Yes, is getting on by with this thing. 18 is what you needed. That being said, as you strike forward with that over the likes of Sirius, you're able to use the dancing lights to maneuver yourselves out of the way. And at this point, you guys are just barely able to make it out alive. You almost have to dive out of the way before immediately more bits of rubble begins to crash where you guys were standing. That's 3 successes. You guys need 2 more. Alrighty. At this point, you guys all begin to watch and see as bits of this sort of strange mist begins to form all around you. It begins to nearly sort of separate you, and as you begin to hear whispers entering into the likes of your head. As this happens, you hear this. Oh boy. At this point, you swear you see figures appearing through the mist, but you're not sure if they're mirages or just imagining things or what's going on. You look around, you can see, or you can barely even see in front of yourself about like 10 feet in front. It's only your allies and this mist around, and you know there are more things collapsing down. But as this mist surrounds you, what do you all do?
So this mist is like in front of us, or is
It's
it
all around.
And we're moving forward.
Oh boy.
I would like to use burning hands to like push away, or like, you know, cause a bunch of fire to go in front of us to maybe push the mist away.
Which skill are you trying to use for this one?
Yeah, skill.
Oh boy. Keep in mind you
Maybe
heard
I'll-
whispers sort of going across that of our area. You saw as there's a giant sort of fog and more bits of debris are coming down on you. Got a lot of options,
This is the
but
biggest stretch probably ever.
I like stretches. Be creative.
I
See what you
want
got.
it to be intimidation.
I
because
see.
I am going to make this, because I'm also going to do control flames to make it this shit the scariest thing I could possibly imagine.
Is it
And also my eyes going red as well.
Well, real
you know,
quick. Hold on,
Yeah.
Lucky. Are you saying you would like to intimidate the mist? Would you?
I would like to intimidate the mist.
I see. It almost seems like 2 other individuals of smaller size in other campaigns decided to do the same thing.
Yes, intriguing.
Insane.
Yeah.
That
I
being
agree.
said, who is trying to assist with him intimidating the mist?
I don't know if it'll work because I've already used Dermatology, so it's up to you.
Yeah, you can still use it to help and assist, but it's just the main sort of thing of like you can't use the same skill over and over again, or it obviously raise the DC higher. Oh boy.
Okay, so would using this particular thing,
Yeah, you're good.
it's still good?
Yeah, you're good because you're just helping. You're not the main person doing it.
I see.
So-
Is it possible? So obviously there's ominous whispers everywhere. Is it possible? So I can create instantaneous sounds. So can I make the sound of the water elemental that they cared for and loved to kind of pinpoint like the safer zones to where to go to? Like if whispers are all the way around, I want it to have like something that everyone's kind of familiar with, that they know that they can at least trust versus the voices. Is that somehow possible to help them out?
Oh boy.
You know what I mean?
Oh boy.
I want to try and like mimic the sounds that the water elemental was making, so that they can go, oh, okay, like this.
Make
oh,
an
that
intimidation
instead of-
or make an intimidation check, Ilva. Oh boy, DC's not
me?
too hard.
Me? What
No,
am I doing?
Ilva needs to make an intimidation check for this one to give advantage to Zale. Let's see what you got. Oh god, this is oh man. Let's see what you got, buddy. Come on, you got this.
It's my dump stat.
Oh, come on. The DC isn't that hard. I believe in you. I believe.
Heart of the cards, baby. Heart of the cards.
It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Ilva, as you begin to immediately mimic the sounds of the sort of water spirit, you see as the mist around you begins to slowly back up, and it's immediately Zale. You try to intimidate the mist, screeching out towards it or doing as you do. That said, make an intimidation check and do it with advantage. Come on, come on.
I got
Heart of the cards. That works for me. It can work for you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes! I am
Natural
the scariest motherfucker there is!
Yeah! That's the third nat 20 when intimidating the mist.
Just stay down.
You see as the mist around you begins to swirl before it immediately begins to back up and dissipate before you. And as it does, you see as a path is cleared and your journey can continue further again. That said, that is another success. You guys need one more success and you guys are good to go. All right, at this point in time, oh goodness, it's time for this. You guys begin to look up and you see as a structure is soaring down into the ground, a massive chunk of the entire landmass. And you see as this begins to, or is glowing with this arcane energy that is pulsing. You see as it's nearly about to hit the ground, and it seems it's going to explode on impact. With it nearly crashing in mere seconds, an explosion on the horizon as it's just above overhead. There's not enough time to really dodge it out of the way. Looks like you're gonna have to probably take it head on. What are you guys using to defend yourselves in this moment in time? Let's see what you guys got. Final skill challenge right here. All or nothing.
Do you know that right now I'm trying to refresh Foundry
Okay.
because it kept disconnecting me.
I need to screenshot your character sheet.
I'm using DD Beyond now.
Oh no. I gotcha. All right. That said, who's next? Who's next?
So we
You
just
guys
gotta
have,
straight
you
on-
guys
we
have
gotta head
all
on
gone at
rock.
this point, so you guys can choose another, or you guys can just pick one who's already gone. It just can't be Zale because he just went.
Okay. Is it possible to use Expeditious Retreat to kind of like jump from
Thank
like
you,
rock to
Mindari, for the
rock
raid.
and
Holy
try and get
crap,
some
you guys
speed
are
and
freaking
then
awesome.
crash
Holy
into it with a
shit.
shield for an athletics check?
Hold on 1 second, Dougie, 1 second. Thank you, Midari, for the raid. You guys are freaking awesome. Much love, much love. Now, I will say I am DMing at the moment,
wow, that's a
so
lot
I
of people,
will
you're
not
right.
be able to focus
Damn.
too much on
They
chat.
came for the final attack.
I won't be able to focus too
meteor.
much on
That
chat,
was-
but thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, here. Special shout out
Is it a
to
safe?
everybody. Go check out
It's a
Mindari's
safe.
channel.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
freaking
yeah,
awesome.
it's
We
the
actually did
loving
a podcast a
exploit
little bit
raid.
a
I
while
feel
ago.
like if it was hate raid, we'd be freaking out a little more.
Bro,
I was like a
I was like,
kitty.
oh god.
I just take out the shotgun.
Like ready to
I'll
go.
hold them all. Subscriber mode only.
That being said, you guys are good to go. All right. Sorry about that, Ducky. Go for it again.
So if it's possible, can I cast Expeditious Retreat and kind of like ping pong myself off of like falling debris and rubble and try and like smash into this like this big ass rock that's coming our way with an athletics
Holy
check with
shit.
like right behind the shield?
All right. So, what skill would you be trying to use in this case if you're trying to push athletics?
Like to go
All right.
through the fucking rock.
Okay, alright, anime style, I gotcha. Alright, that being said, in this case and scenario, as you're trying to sort of ping pong yourself using Expeditious Retreat and try to protrude through the giant boulder ahead, crashing and hurling towards you, who is using what to assist Ilva in this way? Oh boy, this is something.
I was gonna ask, can I help with the guidance?
Guidance. So you're just gonna like pat him on the back and
Go get him, pal. Go get
You
him.
wanna do it?
Yeah, I did. Can I?
If you want, I'll say yeah, sure. Yeah, alright, fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
you got it.
Before I see Ibba like, I'll see Ibba bolt out before she like goes for like the animate jump. I'm gonna slap her in the back. She's just see this bright starry light behind her. It's gonna encompass her back and engulf her. And she's gonna have this guidance for a moment.
Alright, that being said, you or Ilva, as you begin to immediately dash out towards it and try to use, or you're using your shield to sort of destroy this thing, right? Or
Yeah.
hold on. Okay, gotcha. As you begin to hold out your shield and brace for impact, you watch as your entire form begins to sort of course with this astral light. You almost begin to look over towards it, and it feels a bit familiar as you feel and see yourself surrounded in a twilight. That being said, with the druidic nature blessing behind you and that of Kafaria's blessing behind you, I need you to make an athletics check with advantage with all you've got. Let's see what you got, buddy. Come on, come on.
Don't forget the D4.
As
D4
I'm
as well.
Let's get it. Let's go.
as I'm twirling to my with this little here,
I have the
she'll
power
just
of
kind of-
God and anime.
she'll just she'll say to herself, ashes to ashes, and then here we go.
Here we go.
Oh no!
Add a D4.
Wait, add a D4,
Add a D4.
D4! D4!
Come on, buddy.
Oh
That's it. I'm adding my last 3 inspiration points on that to make it 15.
15. All right, that's the final roll then.
no! Yeah, I think so.
All right, that being said, as you begin to use all of your might and you yell out ashes to ashes, you see as immediately you begin to crash amongst that of the bits of debris, and you have to sort of stop yourself. At this point, you're trying to hold it off, and you see as bits of debris begins to sort of fall off and go everywhere. As it does, you see as the bits of purple electricity from all the falling landmass itself begins to course. However, you grit your teeth and you put your foot into the ground with all the strength that you possibly have. And you see as a visage of a spectral dragon begins to appear. And that being said, you guys know it, I said it before, 15 was the DC. That is a success.
I knew
Thank
it!
God for the inspiration point.
Thank you
Jesus
for me
Christ.
Finally getting out of writer's block. Thank you, man.
Oh my God. That being said, Zale, you did receive an inspiration point from chat. And
Thank
also,
you,
Refillable too, let me
chat.
tell you.
holy
Thank
crap.
you. Oh, thank you, journal entry number 2. Thank you.
Holy shit. That being said, eventually, as you guys begin to dash forward and continue throughout that of the bits of the rubble, eventually the chaos begins to subside. You look around and it seems to be there are no more sort of falling land masses, but the snow still begins to course in this strange world, in this strange desert. As it happens, you look around and it seems to be that you all are battered, you all are bruised, but damn it, you are alive, at the very least. You are alive. All right.
Oh my god, we did it.
Oh boy. That being said, goodness gracious, my friends.
Water.
So, as you guys all begin to sort of sit there, getting a little bit of hold of yourselves, probably, I assume, you can correct me, dropping to your knees and just sort of heaving, trying to gasp for air in your breath. Sit there,
Some water.
freezing cold.
That's very fair with the boulder in my face, so yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. That said, what do you guys say to one another, and what do you guys all do? You look around and this entire area is just completely eviscerated from the destruction.
So it's
Do we-
over. There's no more.
There's no more
Raining
debris, or
rocks?
there's no more raining debris at this moment in time.
What was that mist?
I don't. I don't know. I don't want to find out. I want to leave. I
Another
really
question
do.
left to be answered. Yeah, but do we grab onto the rocks now? How long do you think we have?
I don't know. Is what we're looking at now kind of what it looks like?
Mm-hmm. Almost exactly. Granted, some of it's changed, but I'll let you know if there's something different.
Hypothetically, these are like the remnants of buildings, right?
Yes. From what it kind of seems, it's more of like just sort of actually. Well, here, I'll tell you what. Make a perception check or investigation check for me real quick.
Can I help with an investigation?
Yeah, you can give her advantage, or you can make it yourself. Your choice.
I can't roll, so you do it. Advantage.
He's like, take my energy.
17s.
17. All right. That's easy enough anyway. So you look around, and it does seem to be remnants of buildings. It's more of like this sort of internal structuring of it, and that sort of stuff, just sort of surrounding the entire thing. From what you can tell, this kind of area over here might have looked like a tower. But again, it's kind of hard to sort of see with all the bits of stones just flying everywhere. But the main general structure or outline of it is kind of still remains there. Looking about, you do see bits of kind of like crates just sort of scattered about, for the most part destroyed. Bits of just almost landmasses and chunks of dirt and sand and more just scattered about. And you also, last thing that you see with your 17, every now and again there is a little bit of a coursing of electricity or purple electricity, but it sort of like sputters out before returning back to normal.
Would one be able to deduce that if you were to walk inside the ruins of the building, it would form while moving up to the island? Thus, we would effectively taking an elevator up.
You can maybe make an Arcana check, but it's a hard one. I'm not gonna lie to you, because you have no idea. You've seen from like a distance, like hundreds and hundreds of feet away, of islands and stuff like this exploding before, and then reforming, just basically to exactly how they were as like only a couple of minutes ago. You just don't know what was the cause of it, or how long it took. But you can try to make an Arcana check.
I'm gonna roll a natural 20 anyway, so it's okay. It's cool.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
With a 7, it's gonna take a little bit of time. You don't really see any remnants. Looking about, at a loss. That said, is anybody else trying to do anything?
Can I discern which rocks came from the floating islands and which ones are
here
like
already?
Already here? Yeah.
Yeah. From what you can tell, no roll needed. There weren't. So looking about, because they all seem to have that sort of similarity to them. All the bits of stone that you can see on your screen or on the other screen, it seems to be that they are all buildings of a sort of specific design. There are no other buildings or no other different types of designs scattered about over here. So this, from what you can probably deduce, this was just a simple portion of the desert, nothing in particular.
Okay.
Granted, the
so
wildlife, at least, it's definitely it's normal. Like it was always here, from what you can tell.
So right now I'll be looking for a very large piece of debris that came from the sky. And I guess on the side I'll be looking off and trying to get a read on the ruins. Maybe like their architecture. And maybe if there left any remnants from the past.
Alright. That said, make an investigation check. If anybody wants to help you, you can get advantage.
Oh god damn it, forgot like I'll roll I'll roll here. It tell you what I roll.
Gotcha, I trust you.
I'll also like to help, but what I'd be looking for would be totally different though. I'd be looking for any type of like elemental, like maybe like an elemental stone or anything like that of red in nature.
Red in nature. Okay.
Just to see if we can utilize that to create warmth, whatever.
All right. That said, make an investigation check serious with advantage. You do that on D&D Beyond and all that stuff. In the meantime, while Ilva and Sirius are looking for that, Nephiba, Zale, and Krelin, what are you three doing off to the side?
Natural 20, not lying.
God damn it. This guy's correct.
31.
Oh, man. Alright, so we'll get to that in a minute. But what are you three doing?
Dale's just kind of kicks the sand, like, why are we even here again? I forgot.
gonna go over to, I guess, wherever this plant is, and just shake myself off from being pelted by rocks, and take out my woodcarver's tool and just cut it down. Whatever it is,
All right.
I will slowly just try to chop that down.
All right. As you take out your woodcarver's tools, you face that of a sort of massive cactus towering over in size, but as you begin to do, you begin to hack and tear away at it. That said, just a simple survival check from before. Are you even trying to get anything useful out of it, or just taking out anger?
It's really 50-50. I'm lying. 75-25. I'm just angry.
I'll tell you what. So you're just hacking away. Just make a survival check with disadvantage, and you may get something out of it anyways. 17. One more time.
I thought it was it's control. Oops.
Yeah,
One.
7. All right. For the most part, it's kind of like the sort of hack job that happened before with the second cactus that Ova did. It's a lot worse though. It is significantly worse. As usual, it's not any form. It's not like you're not following the little like cook or cake cutting method or anything. Nah, it's just wild hacks and tears towards it.
When it gets down to just small bits, I'll put away my tools and just use my talons to like rip it apart and take a deep breath and then just sit.
That being said, as you do so, you sit there and wait, trying to get a hold of yourself. Nephiba, is there anything that you are doing off to the side? Or are you just waiting for the rest of them?
AFK.
AFK. I'm sorry, I don't pay attention to the face cams all the time. Alright, so with your natural 20, Sirius and Ilva. Oh boy. This is gonna hold on 1 second.
Just in case we get lucky, I do have a jeweler's kit.
We'll do that. Okay, we'll do that. So
I immediately go to Amel.
Amel, wait a minute.
Mel.
Wait a minute, that's the
Jules?
wrong campaign, buddy.
I know.
Oh man.
I'm getting
I'm messing with you.
flashbacks.
But Sirius and Ilva, as you guys are sort of looking through, and also you guys can move your tokens and all that stuff, and I'll tell you exactly what you find. I'm just assuming you guys are just looking back. Well, talking to Ducky and everything, and everybody else.
Can't move either.
Wait, really?
Nah, I'm just.
I know. But as you guys are sort of looking about, you guys are able to find bits of. It seems to be nothing, kind of everything around. It seems to be either destroyed or peculiarly taken. Like you'll see bits of wood, you'll see bits of stone, but you don't see, like, considering that what you would maybe think, considering the structures of all of it around, you don't see like any things that would be found in the buildings themselves. Like, for example, like this is sort of out of game to ease like your understanding of it. If you were to like find a house and whatnot, and you're just sort of scrounging around, you don't find like a pot or a pan like based off like, oh, a kitchen was here or anything like that. You find no furniture, no like nothing inside. But what you do end up finding is you find a tag. Ilva, you're probably the first one to sort of point it out. And you see as the tag itself, sort of with this sort of red iconography and designs, and it reads out something. Do you read it?
Not out loud.
Okay. It reads out as you read to yourself, Yasuda.
Do I recognize it or no?
Yes, you do. That was the thing that or a similar tag that Zale pulled out of his pocket not too long ago, a couple of days ago.
Interesting.
I like how Zale's just like, oh
Is
man.
Yasuda my tailor by chance?
Oh man. That said, is there anything else well, I would probably say, Sirius, you do see it, because you did roll a natural 20 with it and all that stuff. You would see it, she picked up something and was just reading it. Whether you want to sort of ask about it is completely up to you. But other than that, you don't really find much of anything of kind of note. Any sort of runes? Not really.
Well,
Or
nothing like anything else standing out besides the debris.
Not really at the moment.
Okay, so did I at least find a giant rock?
Yeah, you easy enough. Yeah, take your pick.
All right, yeah, I find a giant rock for at least all of us to like at least comfortably for momentarily sit like straddle for the return.
So, yeah, you can kind of just sort of move around and just sort of pick sort of something.
I can't move.
I know. I'm moving it for you. I got you. Calm down. I got you. I got you. All right.
Oh.
That said, you do see as you guys are just kind of sitting amongst it. Freeland is off to the side, just sort of sitting down, staring off into the distance. Beside it, what you could probably say an eviscerated cactus.
He's
Serious?
woodpecking. Yes,
So why are we doing this?
this is only, I guess, is the only way to traverse to the those floating islands to see what is up with those.
How do we get down?
Remember when the first time we witnessed its destruction? It crashed into the lands and somehow reformed. What I propose, and I believe that is what Yilva's plan was yet as well. We will, I point to the giant rock I found. We will ride this rock when it converges.
It's like just deadpan.
Oh, whoops. I'm an idiot. I forgot a couple things that you would have found. So in just searching this area with your natural 20, you would have found it's two material stocks and 2 soul coins. Sorry about that. I just looked over on the hidden layer.
Put it in stock.
But that's just over in this location. Sorry about that.
Serious? I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but what we kind of just witnessed this isn't a smooth landing. If anything, this is like the worst landing possible. Like, this is horrid. We almost died.
I didn't count that. We almost died on multiple occasions. What's another?
More importantly, I'm gonna give the tag to Zale. Why did I find a tag here when one was pulled out of your pocket before?
They get around, I guess. I don't know.
What does it say?
You'll have to remind me how to say it.
So, I gotcha. Yasuda.
Yasuda.
There you go.
Yasuda. The same name on Seiya's tag?
Yeah, you pulled out a tag with the same name.
Yeah, that's technically mine. I don't remember that. Well, I don't know.
Technically
Maybe.
yours?
May I
Well,
see
no,
these?
I mean, because it came out of my... He'll just hand
But this one's
over.
not in your pocket, though. This one was found outside here.
No, I know. But he has one, because it was in his pocket when he found it.
May I see these? I want to compare.
Yeah, Zale's
Can I
hands
compare
is
them to see if it's like they're both?
mysterious.
Can I compare them to see if they're both like handwritten or just like?
Yeah, so
Written like
they're
different-
not
labeled.
So they're not they're not necessarily like sort of handwritten or anything like that. It's more of like a design. I'll tell you what, Sirius, make a investigation check for me. It's just general investigation.
All right.
Can I insight check Zale?
Sure thing. Make an insight check to Zale. Zale, make a charisma check.
I got an 11.
What do I do though? I'm not.
Just
I'm
make a
not
charisma
allowed-
check.
Okay.
I'll do the rest
Don't freak out.
for you. 24, and then what'd you get, Sirius?
11.
11. All right, we'll handle the Sirius we'll handle the Zale and Ilva thing. So Ilva, from what you can tell, it seems to be that Zale doesn't seem to be withholding anything. He genuinely doesn't. It doesn't seem like he knows or anything like that, or as if he's really hiding anything.
What are these tags for?
Well, we look towards Sirius for that, and you rolled a 12, correct? Or 11?
11.
11. Looking at it, they don't seem to be just like written down as if like to convey like a message or like or anything like a code or something like that. It seems more of like a label to represent something, or maybe some place, something, you're not sure. But considering that, looking at the fact that they are exactly identical, well, for the most part identical, kind of strange.
Okay, that relates to the party.
Alright.
And Zell, you truly have no idea what this is in reference to?
It's just Roger Soldiers. Nope. Can I have my back now? I need to read it again.
I'll hand his tag back.
Ysera? That's how it was pronounced, right?
Yasuda. I will type it in chat so you guys can.
Thank you.
I got you. Don't worry. I'm gonna do the whole thing with the
Yasuda.
Yasuda.
Yasuo.
Yeah, that can actually help you, but if you say that ever again, I'm smiting you. No, I'm kidding. Yasuo, Hazaki! Whatever the fuck he says.
Get that cursed shit out of here!
Hazaki! Oh my god. No, please! Oh god, no! Alright,
I'm gonna fly
it's an
over.
out character.
I'm gonna fly over to this tree and see if there is any coconuts in it.
Alright, here, roll a D100 for me. Let's see what happens.
Alright. Is that D100? Yep. And roll.
94.
94.
You do see there is a frozen coconut over here.
Not the frozen coconut!
Pina colada.
I'm gonna use between my talons and my woodcarver's tools just to try to detach it from the tree and take it.
Easy enough. You have yourself a coconut.
Okay.
It's frozen though, so you know.
Frozen Wilson.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna football it and float back down towards the party.
You got it.
Mitsu DM.
Yes.
I would like to consult the voices.
Oh boy. Alright. That said, alright. As you try to consult the voices and whatnot, make a... Well, actually, what do you say? I guess that's a better one.
Hey, who's Yasuda? Hey.
Make a persuasion check. As you try to consult the voice in your head.
Please be good.
Hey, Conscious, it's me again.
16. Alright. You hear a voice in the back of your head, and it just begins to say, Yeah, what do you want? What's up?
Found a tag in my pocket. I didn't shoplift, did I?
I don't know what that means.
Oh yeah. Have you ever heard of Yasuda before?
Hold on.
Please hold on. Oh, shit.
Please hold.
Not for serious, but that was just me making
Serious?
it. His token was highlighted, but you will hear the voice respond. Nah, it doesn't really ring a bell.
Yeah.
Is that all? 'Cause I'm kind of busy right now.
What are you doing?
Well, you know, just kind of traveling the world and all the other stuff. Sightseeing, of course.
Nice. I wish you luck with that. We're going to travel on an island. I might die, so I'll talk to you.
Whoa. Hold on.
What?
Don't go dying on me or anything like that.
Oh, it's their plan, not mine. I'm telling them it's dumb and
Well,
stupid.
yeah, but you know that... Thing is, we can't have Brother Wrath getting a little bit of an upper hand on us. So, stay alive.
I will.
Alright. And that's all you hear.
he's like, his eyes stops glowing, or well, a single eye. So, I'm still against this, incredibly, because you know, this seems stupid. Because you know, I just said to explore the beach, not explore exploding lightning island.
I'm gonna smack my hand against his back. Say nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Speaking of which, no, Phoebe, I guess she's coming over at this point. Do you know anything of the name Yasuda?
No.
Inside check.
Make it a
Oh, like
check.
Batman?
Phoebe, make a charisma check. Oh man. 23. All right, and then Phoebe, charisma.
I have to do charisma.
Yes, just do charisma, and I'll add stuff or whatever. After.
Ooh. Wait, that's a saving throw.
Yeah, same thing for you. With an 11 and 23, from what you learned from Phoebe in general, she and Zale, they kind of don't know much about themselves, and like in general, doesn't seem to be hiding stuff. But again, how can you really tell? You only met them for
Just so
long.
hard to read, you know, man. God.
But
The wall of illusion.
yeah. All right. Well, at this point in time, is there anything else you guys are doing over here, or are you guys just simply waiting?
Try my best to convince him to stop doing
Well, I
this.
still don't know what exactly the plan is. You guys just urged me to walk towards.
They want, these two want us to stay on this rock and go up to the exploding floating island that we just dodged.
I explained to Phoebe the nature of this rock, how it destroys itself from the, I guess, in the lightning at this point, and by some strange magic or whatever entity probably did something, it somehow converges and reforms itself back into the same island that was once destroyed. And that, pointing at the rock I found, we are going to ride this rock on the conversion to at least have a way to traverse to the island and see what is up with that.
You see
Why
my
would
point?
we want to do that?
Yeah,
Two
why
reasons.
do we want to do that? Two.
Two. One, because the place that we're at right now, it is snowing in the desert, and there are forces beyond what we can understand right now. And second, if there is a magic that's tied to for the rocks and the towers and reform.
Thank you for the gifted sub, Bubba.
There's a magic
Appreciate you,
that
buddy.
we can use and utilize to perhaps gain some of the memories lost between you guys. Let's see if that helps us.
Our destroyed rocks gonna help us. This just
It's not the
seems
destroyed
like
rocks. You're focusing on the rocks too much.
I'm focusing
It's
on
the magic involved.
I'm focusing on the lightning that, you know, strikes the entire island and fucking destroys it. How are we gonna be safe on that island if purple lightning strikes it? Do you see what I'm getting at?
I do. Hypothetically, and then again, this is 100% just a theory. When we ride up, everything was going to reform back to the way it was. So, if depending on where we stand, we could be in a building or tower or whatever when we go up. On the way down, that's a different story.
So, yeah, on the way down. That's the biggest part I'm worried about.
I'll carry you down. It'll be okay.
No. This
Well,
is
if
a bad
safe-
idea.
if safety and traversing down is a problem,
It
I
is.
I would suggest you maybe do not have to partake in this event yourself. If anything, with my, and I kind of looked at my hands, with my newfound abilities, me and Carlin here can simply fly down.
I can also fly and carry someone down, and Krillin as well.
What? How do you fly? Why haven't you done this before?
adventure.
I used to do it all the time.
Why don't you do it now then?
This is the reason why we're climbing this floaty rock thing all the way back up for answers.
I want to see you do it. You're not showing. You're just saying.
I'm not doing it right now. It's a resource. I'm not doing it.
Did it look to Phoebe like? What do you think? I know you probably said. Please don't say you're with it, please.
Well, I'm not with it because I think it's really stupid. But if you guys are going up there, I feel like I should go up as well.
You see, Krillin just flop down a little bit in front of Zale.
Hmm.
I'm staring at him for a second, and then I'll lift the coconut. Say, please heat this and have a drink. It may aid you in your level of comfort with this, and I'll point up to the sky, idea. And I'll lift the coconut to him.
Great. I'm just a heater now.
Buddy. Do you need it up?
Prestidigitation. Warm it up.
You just hear the microwave noise.
Alright, so here's what happens. So, you're sort of able to heat the coconut up and get the little bits of the ice off of it. Definitely feels warm, but it's not frozen anymore.
Okay. And you wish? As I'll, using my wood carver's tools a lot, I'm just going to try to cut off the top and have a drinkable source of enhanced coconut water.
Alright, it is
That
warm.
reminds me,
but...
I'm gonna hand the knife back to Phoebe.
He just cut it to it.
Oh shit! Thanks.
It is still covered in cactus.
I lick it again.
Oh my god. That being said, as it happens, it does have a little bit of a sort of twang to it. Definitely alcoholic, at least a little bit, Krillin. It seems to be that it's not just the coconuts that Bovi mentioned, like the ones that were just surrounding his cave. It also seems to be just maybe the coconuts in this entire area.
I'll take a sip and pass it over to Zale. And then I'll look at Phoebe and say, you should partake as well. And I'll lean back again.
I put poison in this one. You should have it. Zale's gonna look at it like, can we I'm not saying we don't ever come here. We could just look. We're not very strong right now. At least I don't think so. We ran away from a hyena, like a big ass hyena.
An ambush, actually.
Okay.
We were off. We were just after the battle of a horde of undead. If we were at our full capacity, we probably could have handled the hyenas a bit better instead of just running.
What about the water?
But
then?
I
What about the
digress.
water?
I digress. Again, unknown circumstances. We tried to get water in the. I digress.
We got our
Zale.
shit beat in by water.
Zale.
Do you realize how that sounds right now?
Again, Zale. We were tired. We were exhausted. Still coming off the height of battling a horde. But I digress. Zale, Nefibi, what is it that you suggest? What mode of action do you feel that we should be taking? I feel that we have too many questions and not enough answers, and the only way we can get more answers is to at least take a leap of faith.
Literally.
Well, I'm already sitting on this rock with you, so technically I'm up for it.
But I feel that we are just more so dragging you along in terms of survival and not really hearing what maybe goals you would like to pursue.
Hey, that's fair. I don't really have any goals. I haven't been here in like a while. I mean, I was gone, and I haven't really been thinking about it much. So I'll just do whatever at the moment.
Oh, bad enough. And you, Zale.
I just think this is over our capacity. We don't even know what's on the other side of this beach, you know. We could go back to Bolvi, we could give him this.
He also gave us a warning that after so many cycles, we can presume the undead things would come back for us.
Yeah, you see, that's another point. We should probably worry about that as well, instead of
Well, it wasn't really
Noting-
undead, but more of these starry folk, as he
Yeah, sorry.
described them.
undead starry folk want to kill us. It doesn't really matter what they are.
What the fuck?
I mean,
What?
did we explain this? Yes.
You did not
before we
explain
actually-
anything to Nafi
Wait,
at all.
Okay. So
You
I
guys
can
had a
explain
huge
that-
conversation. You haven't shown her the map, no nothing.
Okay, yeah. So we got. I guess at this point, we can be taking a short rest while I explain to Phoebe that when we awoken, we all came out of this small crypt, I presume, or whatever small room. We awoke in these stars forms, found these markings on our hands, heard the voice, explained what happens, I guess, and we traversed a river of lava to escape and found ourselves inside of some sort of interstellar portal type where hordes of undead came out and attacked us. And after defending ourselves, we saw this magical glowing orb and used it to transport us where we now found ourselves in the sands. And now that's where we found you.
Huh.
Did a pretty good summary.
And when you left with the traveler, I'm saying this right, Wolfie, it showed
The
us this
keeper.
map. Oh, the keeper. The Wolfie showed us this map of what he discovered. Is he apparently awoken on the beach side? I show her the map and the places that Wolfie traversed, and I show her my map to kind of compare notes. And showing that the exploding
I'm
islands
working on it
are
right now
somewhat
to be able to show her again. I have to get it set up with the new server and all that.
Okay, yeah, so just showing her the map and showing her that the exploding ice were kind of closer, and that we were able to witness the first round of destruction, not right outside the door of the cave that we found, and thought with the coming days and using the time to maybe just look out, scout ahead, and find maybe more resources or get a better lay of the land for maybe the upcoming battle with this starry folk or undead, whichever comes first, really. That we'll probably find more resources and hopefully more answers.
Okay. None of that registered. None of
It takes.
that.
I understand. You got to wait for a cycle or two to let it process. Yes.
Okay.
But again, so I feel like you probably either are you looking
Here
for
we go.
safety,
I'm just.
or
I
do
don't-
you have some sort of goal that you would like to pursue?
I don't know what I want either. I only remember one thing about myself, and that's kind of secretive at the moment. But all I really know, or what I can tell you, is someone wants me to live currently, and I would like to uphold that. This exploding thing doesn't guarantee I live.
Nothing
You
here
know,
does.
Yes, this
Yoba has a
this
Let me
point
know
isn't
if you ever want
very
me to pull up the map.
helpful.
Okay, cool. But yes, Yoba kind of has a point. So far, wherever we traveled in Golden, we either meet death or the ends of a first death. Nowhere is really safe here. We must make our own safety.
I get that. I get that. But like you said, we were ambushed at those times, and I get this. This isn't an ambush. We are walking into this ourselves.
We've had 4.5 cycles here, and we've had nothing but strange occurrences, things trying to kill us, and most important bit, memory loss. So it's time in my opinion anyway, we took the initiative and sought the answers forcefully ourselves, instead of just waiting for things to happen to us. I will not sit in that cave for 5 cycles and wait for something to approach and attack us there.
I didn't suggest that. I just say, why don't we just go explore somewhere else? You know,
It
like
doesn't matter if it's climbing this thing and waiting for the thing to happen, or going somewhere else where different sands are, different things, or different plants, or whatever. Everywhere we've been so far has been disastrous, dangerous, or tried to kill us in some way or shape or form. It doesn't matter where we go.
And I think to Yoba's point, this is our really the first time that we can take the initiative and
Taking fate
know
in our
the
own
changes
hands.
ahead.
Tails just gonna look down at coconut, prestidigitation, make it taste a little spicy, and just gulp it down.
You can make spicy coconuts? Wait a second.
Prestidigitation makes me flavor things however I want. It's not specific, so I'm doing spicy.
Zell, you're the cook.
Tastes pretty good, not gonna lie. A little bit.
Please tell me you're a culinary expert in your past life.
Well, the funny thing is, out of game, there are cooking mechanics. I don't think I've gotten to tell you guys about that this game yet. So,
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna be straight up.
Boy.
well,
I'm gonna be
actually,
straight up. Breath
you
of the
guys are
Wild.
taking
Just
it-
gonna have a fucking.
you guys are taking a short
Coconut
rest, right? You
fish.
guys want to go over the cooking mechanics real quick?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So,
Yay,
you
cooking.
guys have food resources, correct? Yes, you do.
I would hope.
All right, you have
Someone
5 out of 10
pot a Breath of the
food.
Wild
Pretty
shit.
good. All right. So, let me pull this up. Mechanics. Where the heck is the mechanics tab? All right, food. Also, these cooking mechanics were made by Blackman Inc. or Sean from Valley of Dreams.
Oh.
Yay.
You guys actually met his character who uses this, or the cooking mechanics. He was the bear folk in the final event. He cameoed with Kane, and he, his friend played Leet. It was a robot, or Warforged.
Leet.
Yep. All right,
yeah,
so
Hannibal.
here's how this works. Essentially, upon doing a short rest, players may choose one of the items on a list I'm about to, or you guys can actually scroll up and find it, but I'm gonna resend it to you. But players can choose one of the items on the list to cook or craft. They expend the food resources necessary to make the item and must make a wisdom check against the DC of the food. If you have cooking utensils or something similar, you may add your proficiency bonus. If you succeed, the DC of the item is crafted. If if you double this DC in a roll, basically mean if the DC is like 10 and you roll a 20, then you get to learn the properties and boons of it, gaining the benefits from now on. Meaning you actually get to learn what it is whenever you eat it or drink it or whatever, that sort of stuff. Also, thank you UBK for the raid. Much love, much love. Thank you so much. However, if you fail the DC, then essentially what happens, you suffer, well, the opposite effects as a debuff.
Cosmic death.
So we'll have to see exactly what that is. You can make as many food items during the short rest equal to 1 plus your wisdom modifier. Minimum of 1, obviously. So, all that stuff. Alrighty.
Sure, the wisdom base.
Yes, it is wisdom based, but you can give people advantage on stuff like that. If you have cooking utensils, this makes it a lot easier. If not, freaking, here we are. Let's do this.
Where's
So,
Farmer when we need him?
yeah, yes, dude, farmer. Oh
We
man.
do.
Does he actually
Okay.
have cooking utensils?
No, but he's pretty. I would think he's good at it. He's an artificer. They take wisdom, right? Or is it intelligence? I never. mind.
Intelligence.
No, that's intelligence. Well, time to roll up the sleeves.
I'm
got a
trying
good
to
wizard.
Gonna be the
find
next
it
Gordon
for
Ramsay.
you guys.
Come on.
All right, Spice
Did
Wagon,
I?
your help.
All right, here. I'm gonna just screenshot it again. The overlay's gonna freeze, so don't freak out, everybody. Don't freak out.
I'm
I already got
freak
darkness,
out.
so it doesn't matter.
My immersion.
My immersion ruined once more.
And you guys literally can just pick the name that sounds the coolest or the most interesting, and that'll be the one that you guys can create.
Hell's Kitchen. Oh, sorry. Right?
Hell's Kitchen.
All
That's
right.
Sales Kitchen specifically.
If you guys
know?
look
Hell's
in-
Kitchen. I like that.
If you guys look at in-game content, you'll see all of it.
Let's see.
All right.
All right,
And
that's
just
what
for
we're
chat,
going
so I can explain a couple things that are on there.
Butter.
There is.
Wait, we only have.
hmm?
I think we only have sliced cactus to make. We only got.
Oh,
cactus.
you don't have to worry about the like the actual resources that you need. I'll explain why in a minute. But you don't need to
Oh.
worry about all that stuff. You just need the food resources, and you're good.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you're good.
Ah, yes,
I
let's
know
make
it's
butter
not like, hey, it has
cactus.
survival elements, but I'm not gonna be like, you don't have this and this and this, and that means you can't make this. No, I'm not gonna do that.
That's good because I wanted to make some yogurt.
All right.
Yogurt.
So
Damn
there
you,
is-
restriction goblin.
Well, for chat, let me read off a couple of these things. They got like Mufa butter, tuna head, young potato, wild bacon, aged cheese, hardtack. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Fruity jam, cube steak, and many more.
Snake salmon.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, not only does she like snakes, she likes eating snakes.
Oh no.
I do not.
Snake salmon's on the menu, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm imagining like you guys are gonna get back to base. You're just cooking snake salmon. Phoebe walks in.
That was my
like, "You
cousin, you
monsters!"
bastards!
That was my familiar.
You just see the snake is just on the grill, just like, help me.
I'll tell you right now, smooth and back into here. Just oh, wait, what the fuck was that?
Meanwhile, in Tahiri. Oh my god.
All I'm saying is, if we make the butter, I can use grease. So
Oh,
Wait, so
goodness.
why? So how can we make? Why is it that way you can just make anything?
no, it says move.
You'll see. Make it and I'll explain it.
All right, so
Magic.
if it's this wisdom base, you want a better chance of it.
Dang it. Well, we'll
Who's
see.
got the wisdom?
Aren't you a druid? Don't you have the wisdom?
I want to give someone else a chance. You know.
I'm only +3, so I'll
Miss Priestess, are you wisdom? I would hope so.
No, I'm just very smart.
I'm
That's it.
referring to the cleric.
Oh, cleric.
Oof.
Nafebe's already like, all right, yes, I'm a god. Leave me alone.
Oh man. That's it.
Sorry, is it just like the check or the saving throw type stuff?
It is a check, wisdom.
Ah,
And I
mine's
don't think
+4.
anybody here is proficient in cooking utensils, so it is all up to the.
Here's before.
All right.
Lord.
So,
Roll
Ova,
the
are you
dice.
making? All right. Is anybody
What
helping
are
her?
we? What are we making? That's a good question.
Oh yeah.
No,
What-
it's like
what
Legend of
place-
Zelda. Like you just throw it in there and see what pops out.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
if you
I'm
want me to
saying
just
is-
roll randomly and tell you what you get, I mean, I can do that as well.
Oh
I like that. I like
But
that.
I prefer if
honestly.
you pick the thing because that way you can actually learn from it
Snake.
if you do double the DC.
I like the butter, so I can finally
Funny.
use my grease spell. You know, I could just like take a little nab for myself and use it for grease. You know.
So I'm here.
All right, so
move
you
for
want butter, but we can get something we actually eat.
Oh god, can you imagine us eating butter?
I'm sure there's some horrible person that does that. I'm sure.
Just
there is.
just after a long trek in the desert, you just see like who's got the butter? Oh no, it's melted.
I mean, it's snowing.
So
you forgot
right
to
now
freeze the
I have
butter.
an answer of Mufa butter, and I need an answer. Is that what you guys are going with? 5 seconds.
All right, we'll go for the Mufa butter first, and I guess whatever else.
All right, you guys can only choose one thing, so Mufa butter. All right. Boom, there we go. All right.
You got this.
If that's the case, and if someone's helping, is anybody helping her?
Does helping
I'll
just give
help.
advantage?
Yeah, it gives advantage. All right.
Oh, you
So
go ahead.
Ova, make it with or make a wisdom check with advantage. Let's see what you got. Alrighty. One more time. Ooh. All right. Is that the final roll?
I'm not putting all my cards for butter. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's only a DC of 10. That's what it says.
Oh,
Well,
there we
remember,
go.
double
Then.
the
Well,
DC.
we're good,
or
yeah.
if you double the DC, you get to learn about it or learn
I
it.
have 7 inspiration points for
Oh
that.
yeah, you're right. All right. So, that being said, here's what happens now. I am so sorry I do not have the token for you guys just yet, but I'll have it next
For
session
butter?
once I get everything. But here's what happens. As you guys begin to sort of put all the bits of food materials that you have, and just sort of put it off to the stone off to the side right here. You begin to see as a spectral bowl begins to form in front of you. And I'll explain it out of game and what you guys see. But you see as several figures begin to appear, and they're all in the shape of spirit. and you see as immediately they all come out, and they sort of have this sort of gray coloring to them, this sort of circular sphere with another smaller sphere inside of them, and these two sort of triangular fins. And you see as they all have these sort of chef caps on top. Now, if I had the token, I'd be using Matt's Chef Boyar spirit thingy, but I do not have that at the moment. But you do see as there are about 5 sort of chef spears that are just all sort of cooking with or mixing and throwing random sort of ingredients into this sort of spectral bowl. And eventually, after a bit of time, you guys immediately see as it begins to change and morph directly into butter.
That's so cute.
I wish I had the token. It doesn't do it justice, but I don't have it at the moment because it got deleted with the change. Oh boy.
Cute.
Maybe someone in the Discord will be able to post it and I can show chat. It's adorable. Alright.
That happened.
So, at this point in time, you guys all consume it because it's assumed that you all do as you take your short rest and whatnot. And as you do, I will let you know when it occurs.
When it
We're gonna get one?
You it is assumed that I would assume that you were making it for all, but I could be wrong.
Oh god, 5 butters.
No, we just get one for him.
Oh,
Just
okay.
one for
just for
him.
me?
Okay.
Yeah, so
I mean,
you
I
can
could
put
just
it.
take a piece. It doesn't say the whole stick, I don't think.
You have to,
Well, if it's
you
like-
have to assume that you eat the whole stick or whatever. So.
At least.
Yeah, I thought like
it's,
if it's like if we're making a bunch of butter,
Oh.
we can get at least one serve for him, and the rest of us can at least eat something.
Oh, it's so here I'll explain it. So you guys have 5 food resources right now. You can expend as many resources as you want to make as much. Granted, what's your wisdom modifier? Yeah, +4 or 1 + 4. So yeah, you can make a total up to 5, and you have 5 food. So you can make enough for all of you to be eaten good for today. If you don't want to eat, then it's assumed that you'll eat other stuff later, and only Zale or whoever wants to eat it will get the benefits or debuffs or whatever. But you guys succeeded, so it's only benefits because you guys.
Debuffs.
I mean, it's butter.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't eating
That's
it.
only if you fail.
Yeah. So everybody's eating it or just Zale?
Krelin is starving. He's
Alright.
going to eat the butter.
You got it. Hey, you made it. I don't know why you guys are like, who?
I didn't want it.
What?
Wow, you guys really upset that I
The option
suggested
of
the
like
thing
huge
and you
steak
went
and they
with
chose
it.
butter.
Like, geez, butter is disgusting, but like you don't have to projectile vomit.
Yeah. Wow, I know it's
That
really
being
bad my
said-
suggestion.
All right, so that's
All right, can I
Krelin.
click
Here, we'll go
something?
down the list to make sure because we got a little bit. So Nafiba, are you eating the butter or no?
No.
No. Zale, are you eating the butter or no?
No, I'm saving it for my spells. I
Okay.
don't know where I can put that. But
You gotta
like,
eat it or you
know.
can't. You can't eat it later. You can't save it for like a din.
It's for my spell.
You gotta eat it while it's fresh.
I'm saving it for my spell. Also,
So I'll take that as a no. Okay.
yeah, that's no.
All right, serious. Are you eating the butter or no?
No, thank you.
All right, Elva. What about you? You eating butter or no?
Fuck no.
What's wrong with you guys?
You say it like that.
All right, Krelin, you be in the chow down on some butter. This is gonna be unfortunate later.
Jesus, wait, if that was the case, why did we make the butter in the first place?
I don't know. You guys wanted to.
That's why that's the reason why we're making it so he can have his spell component.
Yeah. I don't know why you guys are being roasted out. I just suggested it. You didn't have to listen to me.
I was like,
You
I'm not
know
gonna
that.
eat it.
That being said, you're able to get a little bit of butter for your spell component, Zale. You like
Right.
sort of cut a sliver off and you just give the rest to Krelin. That being said, as you're chowing down, eventually you're able to finish eating that sort of thing. Everybody make a perception check.
Like,
Oh no, watch Freeland's gonna like
Dear God,
start
can we
losing
do this?
colors.
Can we at least
Is
make
this
something else?
site-based, Mr. DM?
Wait, hold on. A lot of things getting thrown at me. Let's
I got
start with Animus. What's up?
I got a 6.
Okay. No, Animus, what were you saying? You asked the question.
Can we still like make something else?
No, you can only make one thing during a short rest, but Nafiba, natural 20 on perception check, Miss Amnesiac. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Was this site-based
and then
perception?
I just gotta make a straight roll for this.
Okay.
That fear.
I don't know. Well, I'm not the one who ate it, so like, you know.
Just make a perception check. You got it.
I'm asking you if it's site-based. You didn't answer.
I said you have to make it a straight roll.
Okay, oops. Yeah, that's...
Oh no. Alright. So 5, 12, 15, and 20. No one's able to see this except for Nephiba. So, as you're looking around, just getting general bits of your surroundings, you immediately just begin to sort of startle for a brief moment. Then you look off to the side, and you begin to almost get a hold of all of your surroundings, and just looking about and everywhere for a brief moment. You see as Nephiba almost gets this sort of crazy look in her eye for just a brief moment. Just a briefly. And Nephiba, as you're sort of looking around, you find yourself in a vast sort of town? Maybe city? You're not sure. But you do see as you walk those same sort of streets and roads, well, more of roads, that you and your best friends began to walk about. And you see as there are several sort of markets, other sort of individuals selling bits of spices and foods and whatnot. And as you're sort of looking around, trying to scavenge and just get a general look of your surroundings, you see as up above, there seems to be several figures that begin to just sort of fly above you. Individuals riding atop of beasts, flying around. They seem to be almost dinosaurs, specifically pterodactyls and whatnot. Prehistoric beasts, but they seem familiar to you at the very least. And as they're sort of soaring about, there's about immediately one begins to soar over, and then several others begin to soar right behind them as if they're racing. And as you're looking back about, you begin to breathe, and the vision begins to come back towards you, or begins to fade, and your senses come back towards you. That being said, with your amnesiac, oh boy, you gain proficiency in perception and gain a little bit of insight into your history. But also with the natural 20, you look off towards the side and you see a bit or a couple of rocks are sort of moving about, and you see as something sort of moved and shifted over here. You're not entirely sure what, but you did notice something over there.
I'm just gonna get off the rock and start walking towards it.
All right.
Oh.
Move your token.
There's something I'm out of, Phoebe.
Phoebe?
Oh yeah,
are
I
you,
see something.
What? So you're going alone?
Yeah, I quickly follow her.
Yeah, I would
Alright.
also like to follow her, actually.
Move your token. All right, stop right there. Oh,
That's some
boy.
serious horror movie shit.
All right, hold on. And seriously said you were following immediately, so head over for a brief moment. What the heck was I trying to get? Oh, I was trying to give you your. Hold on. Hold on.
No, go
Yeah.
back. Go back.
I'm trying to give you your perception stuff and all that stuff real quick.
Point of clarity. So, do you still have the coconut?
I drank a...
Sadness. Alright.
You gave it to me. What do you mean sadness?
Gave you
I
the
want you to
sip.
heat it up, not eat it.
Yeah.
Well-
I was saying take a sip, but you took a drink. Fair enough.
Feel
My
pretty
mind is
good.
It was pretty good. You know,
Alright.
spice. Yeah.
Okay.
That being
You'll remember
said,
this.
you
Welcome to, your tape, whatever.
you know. But
That's
as
how
this
anything
happens,
made.
you guys see there amongst the rubble another figure simply just sitting down on the edge of it, on the bits of the ruins, just sort of kicking some rocks around. As you've gotten closer towards them, you see as they seem to have braided hair and sort of tribal paint. Light desert fit clothing, but also barefoot. But the main thing of note that you see is as their eyes are glowing this strange green coloring. You see, well, this individual.
Afraid.
Oh boy.
I'm definitely afraid.
I wish I
Oh
could
boy.
see.
Oh, that's so cool, dude, man. Wow.
God damn it.
Describe it to me.
It's green, locks, tattooed. My God, it's beautiful, dude. I'm zoomed in fully.
they-
Oh my god.
Are they hot?
Oh, you know what, dude? I would
No.
totally. Don't listen to Phoebe. She's jealous. Yeah, totally go with the bird.
Oh man.
Are that serious was coming with us?
That
Yeah,
said.
that's serious.
We
with
gotta
that,
trade
yeah.
out companions here
Oh.
real quick.
Oh yeah, my bad, idiot. I forgot you can't move your token. I was like, move your token. Move your token. Hello.
Come on, do it, Animus. Do
Alright.
it.
That being
I
said,
believe.
as as this is sort of happening, you see as they just seem to be investigating the ruins kind of lazily, just sort of looking about. And you see as they begin to stand up, they begin to say with a smile on their face, Kaio, I didn't think that we'd have company here. And you see as his eyes begin to flash over you all with this sort of green light. And as they just sort of look at you all, you see as they stop. And their demeanor, this sort of lazy sort of nature, this sort of slight smirk on their face begins to change almost immediately. As they look at one of you. But, Kaio, I didn't think that one of the Yasuda were down here on the ground. Especially nowadays. And you see... Were you trying to do something real quick?
Well,
Is-
she says Yasuda. I was like, I'm sorry?
Excuse me.
Well, you see as another figure begins to emerge from around the ruins. You see as itself is massive in size, with its fur patchy and its maw massive and hungry. And you see as it emerges, it's just sitting there, almost laughing and cackling from them. And you see as it appears, its eyes are sort of shining a similar color to the other individual. And you all see this individual emerging right here with glowing green eyes as the other individual.
Oh no.
At this point, you see as the individual almost, or as his hands begins to course with a green energy, and as anything you guys are doing,
Are they
I-
hostile right now?
casting a spell.
Cast.
I don't. Nope. I'm not a fan of this. I'm
Oh.
flying, and as I'm flying towards whoever they are, I want to use my observant feat from my background to see how many there are, and just general physicality, how strong they look.
Before we
Alright.
continue, for Krillin and myself specifically, because these two just went off with.
Yeah, I don't
Phoebe.
think. Yeah, they just said that you heard something or whatever, and they just went off. They haven't told you anything about it yet. They're just walking over and looking.
Yeah, Ilva, especially, I don't know how tall these like ruin things are, or whatever. But if they just walked off, I'm just gonna sit pretty right here.
All right. So yeah, Creelin, you probably wouldn't even see this sort of happening at this moment in time. You just saw the other three just sort of walking off.
Okay, if I didn't see it, then Krillin has a different reaction, and I'll just be chilling next to Ilva.
Zale's just like, hey. There's no need to get hasty. What's a Yasuda? Can you tell me? And we don't have to like. I hope. Please don't. We don't want to fight. Come on. You know, we just met.
You see as begins to say, fell for that one last time. The Yasuda will fall to that of the Samadans. This war ends with your naivety. And you'll see
How did you-
as immediately
theme.
he is going to send an Eldritch Blast directly towards you, Zale. Oh boy,
Well, too
14.
bad I misses, bitch.
You see as it begins to immediately fire off directly towards you. You're able to dodge off to the side, and you see as immediately the eyes of the sort of giant hyena begin to flare out as he begins to snarl. And as he does, you see he's immediately bolts out towards each and every one of you and pounces. And with that, sadly, that's where I'm going to have to cut the session as we are at time. Oh boy.
Oh,
I wanted to get to
damn.
this fight a little bit earlier in this session, but I think we need to hold off and hopefully we'll be able to have a farmer as well.
And the druid perception.
Oh boy. That said,
Wait, so, wait, before we end, I have a question. That's not the same hyena from, you know, the one we ran away from, right?
yes it is.
That's not the same one.
Yes it is.
Oh, that son of a bitch! I knew it. I knew. Fucking. How dare you, green-eyed man?
Oh man. That being said, all right. Real quick, I'm gonna go like barrel through announcements and all that stuff. But thank you guys again for watching. Appreciate each and every single one of you, and also thank you guys for playing. I will see each and every one of you guys pretty much in the DM's meeting for Project Aurora, or staff meeting for Project Aurora in just a couple minutes. But I'll say goodbye to chat and everybody. So be there in a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what I did to this man.
All right. Oh boy, backstories are now being sort of revealed. It's time. All right, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate each and every single one of you. Though, sorry I wasn't able to sort of pay attention too much to chat and all that stuff, but thank you so much for the raids from earlier. We got a couple, and thank you guys so much. You guys are freaking awesome. The support recently has been insane these last couple of days. You guys mean the world to me. Special shout outs to everybody who did that, but also special shout out to everybody who followed and everything like that. If you guys don't know, a little bit of introductions for all you raiders. My name is SenseiSuplex, and essentially I am a professional dungeon master looking to bring your games in or all of your D&D experiences to the next level. We run a giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora, as a lot of the DMs would, or a lot of the mods and stuff like that in chat, they probably mentioned it earlier. Mods, can you guys do exclamation point project for me? Thank you. But essentially everybody, or it's a giant persistent universe where everybody leaves their mark on the world and affects the universe. Not only just people in the game like all the players, as there's several campaigns ran by multiple DMs and all that sort of stuff, but you guys in chat, as well as people across Twitter, Instagram, all sorts of social media platforms can also affect and influence the entire universe. So if that sounds any at all interesting to you guys, be sure to join the Discord because we'd love to have you, and be sure to also follow us on all the socials and whatnot because it's freaking awesome. We also, on the YouTube channel side of things, we also give out actionable tips for DMs and players on how to bring your games to the next level. So be sure to check that out, subscribe, all that good or craziness. I think that's all for me. We're gonna see if we can toss the stream over to somebody really cool. We're gonna see if we can toss it over to anybody on the Rolling Together Twitch team. The Nat 30s, hey, they're live. Okay, we're gonna throw it over to the Nat 30s. They're part of our awesome little stream team of Rolling Together. So be sure to hang out with them. Be sure to give them all the follows and love that you guys have been so nice in giving me. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Also, next stream is going to be Monday. It's going to be a big stream. We're going to be doing like a little bit of community stream. We're going to, it's my little talk show thingy. That's at Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern time, where again, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of things, D&D news, ways to be a better dungeon master and player, and so much more. So be sure to check that out and leave a follow if you're interested in that. All right, let's throw it over to the Nat 30s. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to join the raid as the time for battle is now. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you later.